That's a good question. Let me go ahead and switch over. I'm running a little behind on my end. Hold on just a second. Yeah, there we go.
Nah, it's all good. It is all
Awesome.
good. Let me
Yeah, so who am I? What makes me famous, right? I don't know.
mhm.
I'm just this guy on the internet like everybody else. But
Mhm.
but I guess like in all
But
seriousness,
yeah.
yeah, I'm just somebody in the AI community. I used to work back end for Twitch many years back, so I kind of know a little bit, at least on the back side of things, as far as how things operate in regards to like
Mhm.
algorithms and engagement and stuff like that. That having been said, I don't think any of the knowledge I have is like really coveted by today's standards. You know,
Yeah.
but I do have a lot of connections, I guess, back end as far as like how the community works and stuff like that. So, yeah, just that's a little bit of my background as far as how I got involved in like the streaming VTubing side of things.
That's crazy that you used to work for Twitch. Like, okay, so is it as crazy as the internet made it out to seem to where it's basically like you dealing with a lot of people that's kind of like off or in a sense, or was the building like actually chill? You go in, you get your work, and you go home. What it's like to work for Twitch?
Well, I when I worked for Twitch, it was more of the consultants, kind of like freelance aspect of it. I didn't work in the actual building, so we
Mm,
had a lot of stuff outsourced to us. So I can't say
yeah,
specific because of NDAs, but it was stuff like, "Hey, we have this project going on. Can you go suss it out? Make sure that,
true.
for example, like the Wi-Fi is working in a building or
Yeah.
something like that." Yeah, yeah. So stuff like that. I can't say too much more, but that's kind of what it was.
Uh, Okay, cool, cool, cool. But no, that's interesting, dude. Because I've never like talked to somebody who like worked for like a big company like that, like with Twitch. So that's like kind of interesting. And I know you say you're more towards the on the back end of, side of things, and
Hmm.
of course you can't really say too much without running into legalese and stuff like that. But that dude, that is so freaking interesting. And it's a oh, it's also not so hive mind sensor. Oh yeah, that so that was the thing dealing with the okay, so how do you feel about politics and stuff like that when it comes to like the woke culture versus what would be the counter culture to like I guess anti woke or anything like that? Like, do you have any kind of opinions on that or
Oh yeah, I got plenty of opinions on that, but I don't know if that's necessarily something you want me to go into here, but
no, no. My thing is as long as it don't break TOS, we can talk about whatever you want, dude. As long as it don't violate TOS, that's
no,
my
yeah,
only
yeah.
rule. So if you want to go into it, let's go.
I generally basically think that there's too many people that are getting involved in other people's business, and by other people's business, I mean like they are having the audacity to get involved in what I do in my personal house, so to speak, and how I conduct myself
Yeah,
privately. And it's like, it doesn't make any
yeah,
difference to you or to anybody, who I associate with, who I talk with, regardless of whether their religious or political leanings may or may not be. And I think it's just disgusting by proxy that.
hmm
I guess on the Twitter side of thing, they call it like follow policing, but people are essentially doing
yeah,
that IRL, and I think that's ridiculous.
yeah. That's stupid. Like, I hate like when it comes to like, let's say we are in a friend group and I
Mhm.
have issues with this particular person and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go to you and be like, well, me and this person is beefing, so I'm gonna need you to stop being friends with that. It's like, no, that beef is between me and this person. I'm not gonna go to you, or I don't expect you to go to that person and be like, well, because we are beefing, don't be friends with them. It's like, no, like, when we hang out, when we hang out, we hang out. When y'all hang out, y'all hang out. My only thing I would ask them is, just keep my name out of their mouths, and I'll do my best to do that, and that's it. I would never like go and follow police or try to throw like straight jabs at somebody. Like, let's say, me and you chilling and this person,
Mhm.
I'm like, well, hey Max, this person is this, that, and the third, or hey, what's up with this? And like, no, if anything, I'd be like, hey Max, this is going on between me and this person. I'm just giving you the heads up, and that's pretty much that's going to be on my end of the scenario. So I hate when people come to like, and that's like actual beef. These people will follow police you over opinions.
Yeah,
Like if
which is
you say
ridiculous.
one thing, yeah, you say one thing, and mind you, you can like Ethan Klein found out, with him with Hassan
Yep.
Piker.
Yep.
he agreed with everything Palestine. He just saying, hey, yo, when it comes to like, civilians, let's chill out with that. And that was enough to have the whole side turn against him to the point to where he's trying to his best to sue Hassan and his orbiters and stuff. And it's crazy how Denham's actually got a W on him. That's kind of crazy in that end. But yeah,
That was a bit weird.
what?
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
I thought that was ironclad. I thought that was ironclad. Like, she admitted to stealing the content. She admitted to, being arguably being a replacement for it, and she still got out on the technicality. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a bit ridiculous. If I'm being honest, it's like I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know who she paid to get whatever lawyer she got, but yeah, it was surprising, to say the least.
Oh, look, I have a chatter saying, if you would have told me Max was legal mindset, I'll believe it. Yeah, their
No,
voices does kind of sound
no, I'm not legal mindset, but I am a pretty good fan of his, so I've been following this stuff for a while. But
Yeah,
thank
he's
you, thank
awesome.
you.
Like you, he's super down to earth. Like I've interacted with Andrew a few times during like his blow up, and you'd be quite shocked on how quick he responds to like messages and stuff, even though he's hella busy, and he's super chill. Like if you ever like ever to get to talk to him, Andrew is super chill and an awesome person. I'm quite happy for him, and yeah, even legal mindset, like he was shocked on with denims and stuff, but he's also said to always you can't go 100% on things, even though it is looking strongly one way. Something else could happen that could throw it off, and I guess that's one of those events to where it's looking
Yeah, for
strongly for
sure.
Ethan, and then something happened and then got but is it completely done, or was she just able to get one thing dropped from her?
I haven't kept up with that specifically, but in regards to that
Hmm.
case, I know that she was able to basically get out on a technicality. I don't know if that throws out the entire
Hmm.
case. They might have just have to redo that one attack angle that they were going with, because I mean,
Yeah.
just because they can get one thing thrown out doesn't mean it dismisses the whole case. At least to my knowledge, it wasn't dismissed. It was just like this thing you're attacking her for, that's not valid. So either change it up or drop it. So I think that's where they're at. They're at the renegotiations, which I will say hello
Okay.
credits,
Okay.
hello, hey Psychro and Tolka and Reaper and everybody else. Thanks for stopping by.
What's up, chat? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Hopefully my audio. Let me do one thing because my mic, what it loves to do is capture everything, and it has me bouncing all around. Let me due to voice isolation. Oh, it is on voice isolation. Yeah, because I don't know what's going on with my mic. Usually it will only capture my voice, but here lately it's been capturing everything. So I know on other people's streams, it has me bouncing up and down like I just got finished eating like 10 pounds of candy and just going crazy.
It sounds fine on my end. What do
Yeah.
you guys think, chat? I think it sounds fine.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. And memories of Remy, thank you for coming in. Ooh, two God, thank you. Thank you. Billy Donuts, thank you for coming in with the donuts. Johnson's kick, Ignit, kicking it. Thank you for coming through. Thank you, everybody. Ruby Zephyr, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. Yeah, this is. I've been really anticipating this meeting. So, yeah, but when it comes to like wokeness and all that stuff, because it's kind of crazy because thank you. It's because like okay, so back in the day, I argued for gay marriage and stuff like that.
Hmm.
When it comes to like the government thing, because I don't think in the eyes of a government that a homosexual marriage should be treated different as a heterosexual marriage. I think they should get the same tax benefits, the same everything across the board. They shouldn't be treated anywhere different. They shouldn't be judged or whatever. As they do their own thing. Now, when it comes to the church, on the aspects of that nature, I can't argue that because that's church, that's religion, and
Yeah,
then we separated state from the church. So when it comes to the government wise, it should be treated indifferent. When it comes to like the religion, good luck on that. But it's crazy because even with trans people and stuff like that, I believe that let trans people do what they want. The only thing is just leave children out of the equation.
Yeah, I
That's my
think.
only thing. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna
yeah.
say I think that's where a lot of normal people stand. I generally don't
Hmm.
get in people's lives and tell them, "Hey, you're living the wrong way" or whatever. I think people who do that, or there's something wrong with them in the head. If you're sticking your nose in
Yeah,
somebody else's business, then it's like, well, whatever. I mean, you need mental help, to be blunt. That having been said, yeah, I have no problem with
yeah.
with gay marriage or anything like that. I think I'm actually a big advocate for transhumanism rights, not to be confused with trans rights. It's a lot different. I believe that a
Mm,
person is not defined by their gender. I believe a person isn't defined by their intelligence. So,
yeah.
hypothetically, if I was attracted to somebody, they would have to be of a certain level of intellect in order to, for me to consider strongly like a relationship with them. That having been
Yeah.
said, uh, there's a lot of like really good books that I read that kind of like cover this, which we can get into like a little later on. But yeah, I don't think
Okay.
gender as a social construct is a neat definer of what a person's worth is as an individual, as a person's worth as the strength of their soul, for lack of a better
Hmm.
word. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
Yeah.
take on it. Mhm.
No, which is 100% fair because you shouldn't be defined by the color of your skin, your gender, your sex, or whatnot. Because now they separate gender from sex and all that. You shouldn't be defined by those aspects. Like you said, your intellect, your character, how you move throughout your day. That's what defines you. If your only characteristics is your gender or who you chose to get in bed with,
Mhm.
then what really is there to you outside of that? And this is something that these people don't get when it comes to like characters, storytelling, when it comes to like movies, video games, etc., is because you don't lead with an interesting character who happens to be this or that. You lead with this or that first, and then try to build the interesting character. And it's like, no, we don't care about all that. It's um, like having a badass superhero who's badass in every way, who just happens to be gay, who happens to be trans, who happens to be straight, or who happens to be black. Like Judge Judy said it herself. She's a great judge who happens to be a woman. So
Mhm.
why can't we do that when it comes to like, even with people as a whole, like you or me, or when it comes to like storytelling with characters, and why is it so hard to get? Why is it so hard now versus back then?
I think because there is an ulterior motive that's at play in the political arena, where they're trying to
Hmm.
push this agenda where it's like either you're with us or you're against us, to use a Star Wars term, very
Yeah,
Sith like. And that's not the way the real world works. It's not the way reality works. There's many different shades of gray. I can totally be in favor of
yeah,
gay marriage, but be against giving, for example, transitional drugs to minors. I think that's completely different. Way two different
yeah,
conversations. But for somebody to say, let's say on the left, for example, to say no, you have to
hmm,
agree with this if you agree with that. It's like, no, that's not the way the real world works. That's not the way
yeah,
reality works. It's stupid.
yeah, yeah. That's not how the, like, go back to the commercial. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. And like I said, I can, and same thing like how you said, I can agree, to one aspects of it. Trans people do whatever they want, but yeah, let's not give children these type of drugs that that has been built off of lies first and foremost, because these same drugs that they was using to give these kids to stop, or as they try to say, pause the hormones, are the
Hmm.
same drugs that like chemically castrate predators that that harm the women and children.
Yeah, of course.
So how in these so how can these drugs, even if you just take a step back and say, okay, so these drugs are used to castrate an adult person, so why would they not have the same effect, if not worse effect, on a child or on a person's body who's still developing? How can you pause something and then just fire it back up like it? Like, how does that work? Especially when it comes to the aspects of a human body.
Well, the easy answer is it doesn't work, and that's why there's so many problems. I won't get into too
Hmm.
much in regards to like the biology behind that because obviously I'm not a doctor, but I do know.
Yeah.
I've had plenty of friends that have transitioned or at least tried to transition, and they've regretted it because it does, I'll just say, irreparable harm to them, not just
Yeah, they
mentally but
rely to.
physically as well. Yeah, exactly. I think it's been
Hmm.
this agenda that promotes human extinction, if I'm being completely honest, because
Yeah, yeah,
my
it's sterilization on all
yeah,
points. But I'm sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
I agree. No, I was gonna say, because my personal beliefs is I believe there should be a divine masculine and divine feminine. Uh, that basically just means everything in life, regardless of what gender it is, there has to be a masculine presenting and a feminine presenting, and it
Hmm.
takes those two sparks, so to speak, to create life and to keep life going. And
Yeah.
I think that's a very hard angle that a lot of these people on the left are rallying against, especially in my specific given religious area. There's a bunch of people that
Hmm.
push against that specifically because uh, they want to push like things for example, like female only or male only, and it's like, no, that's not the way
Hmm.
nature works. Not even reality. That's not the way nature works.
Hmm. But Max, there's some animals that can do that, that can self reproduce, and it's like,
Yes,
yeah,
okay, but
but
here
uh,
is the counter to that. Here is the counter to that. There are some animals that can self reproduce asexually, but you know what? If you put
mhm.
two animals that reproduce asexually together, you know what they're going to want to do? They're going to want to reproduce together because they want to spread out that gene pool. If you keep reproducing asexually from a biological standpoint, you fucking end up with nothing.
Exactly. Exactly. Right there. As soon if a species is by itself, then yeah, it's gonna do what it do. It's gonna do what it's got to do to keep itself, or keep its species alive. But as soon as you introduce the opposite sex, or I guess two species that can one's gonna assume the dominant position and one's gonna assume the recessive
Yeah,
uh
exactly.
position, and then things are gonna happen. And that's how it always is. That's how it always works. You know, and unfortunately, that's not humans. Would that be cool? Sure, but unfortunately, that's not what God, the Creator, however you define the higher authority.
Hmm.
That's not how that being made all this works. You know.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Yep.
Yeah. So, and that's just, and it's just maddening because we at one point a few years ago, before Elon Musk, and I think really Elon Musk pretty much did. I mean, despite how you feel about him, he did save conversation, because at one point me and you couldn't even have this conversation. Like, just us speaking a little what we did would get us nuked from these platforms.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And and it's crazy, because how can you expect growth? How can you expect how can you expect growth? How can you expect understanding if we're not allowed to talk about it? If us simply saying, "Yeah, don't let's not give these hormones to these children," is that considered bigoted, or wrong think? How can you expect stuff to go? Because, like you said, like, you have some friends who, and I've had some friends who were lied to, who did these experimental, they took these drugs and stuff like that, found out, oh crap, it doesn't work like that, and now my body that depends on this. Or you become a forever, you become a forever subscription to these hospitals now, because now you have to take all these extra, this, what do they call it, these like drug cocktail, in a
Yeah,
sense,
yeah.
to keep your body going, because if you stop, your body, just your organs shut down, or this happen, or this that happens. Or for some people that stop it, now depending on how long they have been on those drugs, now some women, for example, now their voice is too deep, or
Yep.
now their breast is stunted, or the worst, now they're sterilized, they can't reproduce now. So, or some, it ain't functioning properly down there. What I'm saying? So if they find love and they want to be intimate, and have the bedroom activity, now that's going to be an issue, because that don't works, properly.
Yeah.
And so there's all these, different things that's going on down the road. And I've discussed this, with several people. When it comes to the age of transitioning, I think honestly the age should be bumped up to 25. I think, I don't I see transitioning as like somebody who's signing up, taking on a massive debt for college. The first thing you do out of school as an adult, because how I feel it, when you turn 18, yes, you're an adult legally, but you're not an
Hmm.
adult mentally. You know,
No, yeah, I
I
totally
think you
agree.
should, yeah, you should live a little bit and grow. You know, find out how to pay these bills, find out how to do this, find out how to do that. You should live your life as whatever you are, you know, male or female, and then at the age of 25, after you have these experience, if there's something you still want to do, then by all means do it. I don't think your first years into adulthood, you making a drastic change that is irreversible.
I
And that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I agree with that mainly for the most part. I know that your brain doesn't stop developing until you hit the age of 25 to 27, depending on the individual. So yeah, that totally
Mhm.
tracks. It makes sense. I also think that people that are I think it's a very predatory system that we have in the society for no other reason than we're allowing people to sign up at the age of 18 for military service. And I have nothing but respect for military service. I have a lot of friends and family who served and gave their life, so I have a lot of respect from that. But that having been
Mhm.
said, I think it's predatory to basically tell somebody, hey, go ahead and sign your life away. If you die, you die. But if you don't die, guess what? We'll pay for your college. Uh, and to
Mhm.
take advantage of that naivety for no other reason than, hey, we need bodies on the field, so to speak. And
Yeah.
if you're telling somebody you're allowed to sign your life away at 18 but not allowed to transition, I think that becomes a big juxtaposition, because at what point does an individual say, well, where is my life my own?
Mm. That does bring an interesting question, because I feel the same way. I feel if you can sign your life away at 18, why can't you not drink? You know, why can't
Yeah,
you not?
that's an entirely, yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with that too. I've had many
Right.
conversations with family members because
Yes.
they're like, I'm 18,
Like
can I get a beer? And I'm like,
I
ask your mom.
because I find that kind of crazy, because at the age of 18, I can literally put a firearm in this guy's or a girl's hand, take them to another country and have them go to war, collect all these bodies, and but you can't drink or you can't rent a car. Like I
Well,
didn't even know you couldn't rent a car. Like I think you couldn't rent a car until like 25 or something like that.
I think it might depend on the state, but yeah, yeah, I think that tracks for the most part.
Uh,
Enlistment age was
let me see.
dropped for World War I and World War II. Yeah, so that's the issue, because Tolkien in my chat just said that if I recall correctly, the enlistment age was dropped for World War I and World War II specifically. It
Mhm.
used to all be 21, which yes, but you see, here's the issue is, and I've noticed this with various other things in our society, for lack of a better word, is that things get dropped and that just becomes the new norm and they never go back up.
Yep, yep, and and that's kind of crazy because nobody even calls to question that,
Exactly,
um,
exactly.
like income taxes, for instance. Like I didn't know like people were tricked. You know, of course they did the same thing where we'll tax the billionaires and you know this, that, and the third, and they chased off all the billionaires, and then they try to say, oh, okay, it's also for World War II and all that stuff, and it's only going to be temporary, and it's only going to be temporary. And look how we're still living in income taxes. We're still
Yep.
paying into a system that's stealing our money blind like crazy. And I can't believe I had to argue with people. I can't believe I had to argue with people against taxes. It's like when Trump says he's going to try to get rid of income taxes, you think everybody and their dead grandmother would jump for joy. And I had people arguing with me on how income taxes are good. And I'm like, what do you mean? Have you seen where our money has been going lately? Well, who's going to fix the roads? Look down the street. You see that pothole that's been there for like 3 years? They're not fixing the
They
roads.
ain't doing shit with that money. No, I agree, especially after all that Nick Shirley stuff came out, where it's like trillions and trillions of dollars just being like shit away to
Mhm.
these, back end countries that in no way benefit us. It was like,
Yes.
nah, this is dumb. It's retarded. It needs to be investigated into seriously. And I have a lot of respect for Nick Shirley as a result of that.
Oh man, Nick Shirley blew the head. He blew the whistle on a lot of stuff. And sure to God, yes, dead grandmothers can still vote. Yes, not legally, but yes, that still
Right?
happens. But yeah, even with that, you would think people would be more pissed off to find out. And don't get me wrong, is that all Somalis? No, is no. But there is a good number of them that's stealing millions and possibly billions of dollars from you, and you're mad because people are saying, "Yeah, these Somalis are stealing your money." So you're more mad at people coming after race, but not the people that's stealing literally millions of dollars from you.
No, yeah, I can agree with that. I think the problem comes where the individuals aren't caught, so as a result, they put the accusation on the group, when the group at
Mhm.
large, for the most part, could be quote unquote innocent. But since that individual
Yeah.
escapes into that crowd, into that community, well, it labels everybody accordingly. But that's, you know,
I mean,
that's my personal take on it.
yeah, no. You're 100% right on it. And it sucks, because that's how us black people feel when, unfortunately, when we have what I call them ninjas, just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
When we have a good handful of these people going around doing this, that, and the third, but yet now I got to hear black fatigue. I talked to Jigs about this. I've also mentioned this to Jess and other black people. At this point, is it innocent or not? They're too low IQ to be here. Oh my god, chat, be nice. But
That's a whole
yeah,
different conversation. That's a whole different conversation.
I'm saying. But yeah, but when it comes to like issues like what black people feel with, so we have the whole black fatigue, and it's like no, we
Hmm.
should change the names from black fatigue. Just we could just say ninja, just to be on the safe side, ninja fatigue or YNs, or yeah,
Hmm.
just say YN fatigue, because it's like no, a lot. If you actually go to the neighborhoods and you sit down and talk with actual black people, we want police in our communities. We are tired of a lot of these individuals messing stuff up for us, because we can't have safe neighborhoods. We can't, chill outside our parking lot without somebody trying to, not say parking lot, in our yards, without somebody trying to run up in our yards or break into our house or playing loud, stupid trap music and all this stuff, or drugs all up and down the community.
Yeah.
We hate that. We want peaceful neighborhoods too. We want to be able to walk, take nightly walks and don't have to worry about somebody running up on us,
Yeah, of course, of
or
course.
seeing some ghetto stuff like, like with twerking and all this stuff. It's I can yap for days about that. But when it comes to situations like that, we're mad because we're getting lumped in with that. So I can perfectly understand how a lot of the Somalis that who ain't doing all that, who did legally immigrate here, they paid their dues, they did everything they had to do, they immigrated over here, and they just trying to live a normal, decent, innocent life. I completely understand how they feel getting lumped into the people who possibly did legally get here, but now they're committing fraud, or the people who did illegally immigrate here and also committing fraud. I can completely understand how they feel, and if you ask most immigrants, they hate it too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, how can we? Um,
No, go ahead, go
uh,
ahead.
and
I'm just
it's
agreeing with
like,
you.
how can we? Yeah. And it's like, how can we call all this stuff out without it making it a race war, or we lose the plot in the sense of, let's get out this fraud, let's get out this corruption, let's get out, because even with the government, you see a 19-year-old, because I think he was 19 at the time, Nick, he took out the mayor, what was his name, Tim. It's crazy
Tim
how,
Walz, yeah. Tim Walz.
yeah, Tim Watts. It's crazy how him just exposing the corruption going on made Tim Watts quit, because he was even trying to go against Trump again when it comes to not again. I guess for who was going to be the next president, he was going to try to put his foot back in the door, and this whole fraud stuff made him step down. It's crazy how a young 19 to 21-year-old took out a mayor, and it's like, okay, so if he stepped down for that, how many other are you? How many other have your hands in the cookie jar? So not only do we need to investigate the fraud that's happening, we need to investigate the political parties that's allowing all this to happen, because you can't allow all this money. to just disappear and not nobody know about this. Come on.
No, yeah, I totally agree. And I think we are now, I think for a long time, especially after the COVID situation, people kind of fell into a sleep. Like I call it like a mind like numbing type of sleep. And I think only now are
Hmm.
people starting to wake up and realize all the fucked up shit that's been going on around them. It's part of the
Yeah.
reason why in a lot of my projects I tend to have the one of my mottos, and people that work with me in Tartarus, as well as uh, various other projects know, is that the main thing I kind of live by is I won't bend the knee to anybody, which means I will give no
Yeah.
man or anybody power or dominion over me, because I just don't believe in that. It's like, no, you will treat me as an individual or you'll not address me at all, and I've always kind of lived by that. Yeah.
No, and that's a perfect model to live by. And, it's you treat me with respect, treat me fair, treat me like an individual, and I would treat you the same. It's treat others how you would be treated yourself.
Yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
yeah, and I find that kind of crazy. And oh yeah, if you know what, let's take it from the serious aspect of it. And let's talk about Tartarus. Sorry, did I say it right?
Tartarus, so whatever you prefer. I'm fine
Tartarus,
with it one. Yeah.
Tartarus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know that's your community and your agency. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Okay. So, uh, not without getting into like too much like drama or stuff going on behind the scenes, in regards to the AI
Yeah. Yeah.
community, there was basically a necessity that arose, and I had started it mainly for myself, as well as people in my immediate community, and there was such an overwhelming need where people had literally, not to sound dramatic, but reached out to me for, I guess I'll say, protection. And not even like protection like I'm offering them anything crazy, but just protection where it's like I need a place where I can go and create and not be attacked or not be victimized,
Yeah.
because of the things that I choose to do. And not necessarily that we're doing anything crazy in there. I mean, like a good example, I mean, I'll just speak candidly, is we do allow content in there that might be considered NSFW. And the reason
Yeah.
why we allow that is because, a good example, have you ever seen Ghost in the Shell?
Yes. Love it.
Okay, so in the opening cinematic for Ghost in the Shell, you see the Major, she gets constructed, she's naked for that entire sequence. So
Yeah.
if I had somebody come to me and they're like, "Hey, I want to have my character have a opening scene very similar to that, but I can't do that because of the guardrails that are in place with Grok or Sea Dance or what have you. How can I get around that?"
Mhm.
Well, then you would come to us and we'd help you, kind of finagle whatever it is that you wanted to do. And that's the whole reason why
Right.
we started exploring that area. And some people will be like, "Oh, well, you're exploring this thing or that thing or whatever." And it's like, yeah, of course we are. I'm not going to lie about that, because
Yeah.
it is part of the creative process. Anybody who studied
Hmm.
any real art knows one of the main things they fucking do is they get in those nude models and they tell you start drawing.
Yup. Yeah, and that's always has been a thing,
Yep,
from the beginning of art to
exactly.
now. Like, and I don't know why people are scared to, know the human anatomy of the body. Not everything, just because somebody is naked doesn't mean it's something sexual in that nature. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They're trying to tell the story because I've always seen it with that. Even when it comes to like the Ghost in the Shell, the remake when they did
Yeah.
recently, which great show by the way. And then of course, yes, those camera angles was beautiful. Mwah. But they Ghost in the Shell always tell a story with the Major in that type of sense. And yes, because it shows her naked and stuff like that doesn't mean it's inherently sexual.
Mhm.
And
But I'll also speak openly. We also do allow some certain sexuality exploration in regards to art stuff, because one thing that people like to do is explore romance, and sometimes romance can be explored through art. So
mhm,
yeah, I
mhm,
mean that is one thing we do allow, but however, everything in our community is completely gated off. Nothing is ever forced on anybody, and if somebody
yeah,
wants to, like, we have actually told people, "Hey, I want access to this material," and we give it to them, and then they turn around and say, "Hey,
mhm,
this is a bit too much for me." Like, no problem, we'll take it away, and you will
mhm.
not see it. Any one shape, one way or the other. Hey, Annie, I just saw you in the chat. Anyway,
Yeah, it's you try to make sure you tailor things to people's specific tastes and such. you
Hmm.
try to provide the information they need to do what they do without, giving them too much or too less. And
Oh
that's
yeah,
great that you guys are working with, because with AI being new, you guys are in a sense are like the pioneers of, getting this new form of, eventually it's going to be art, 2 5
yeah,
years down the road. This is the new trend, of course. We mentioned earlier, and we know we ain't gonna harp on it too much. You got the antis that's, now, going against it. Their method of doing it is not helping artists, is really hurting artists, because I will tell them, like I tell artists, like I tell anybody, art in a sense of hand drawn art will always be more valuable to AI art, because a human has done that. People will still be willing to pay top dollar for actual, hand drawn artists.
hmm,
However, you're shooting yourself in the foot if you do not allow AI to help as a tool.
yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
And with
I've
AI, it's
good.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh no, I
No,
was just saying with AI. Oh,
go for it. Go for it.
sorry.
Finish your thought. Finish
Okay,
it.
okay. Yeah. I speed up. But pretty much with AI being the tool that it can help you dramatically. Like, you can do most of the work and just have the AI finish it, or you can have AI do the rough parts for you, and you can do the coloring. There's many ways you can integrate AI into the art piece and still keep it mostly human, or mainly like what I used to do when I made my thumbnails and stuff like that. I try to do everything myself, and then, okay, AI, make clean it up, make it better. Boom.
Yeah.
But then I started getting good at, prompt work, talking to Jess, JC and them, and especially Jigs. Jigs has been going batshit crazy with his prompts. Talking to them, I've gotten better with my prompt work and all that. And now I don't consider myself an artist, but it helped neutralize, in a sense of, it gives me the ability to do something or create art in the sense that, at one point was locked away from me.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can go ahead.
No, no, I was gonna say I agree with a lot of that. I actually have a funny story in regards to stuff like that. So this is like many years back before AI was
Mhm.
as advanced as it was, and I, a little bit of my personal stuff. I do enjoy like tabletop gaming, like Dungeons and Dragons stuff like that, and I
Yeah.
had gone to a convention specifically. I think I only had $50 left, and I wanted to get a piece of artwork commissioned in the artist alley for a friend of mine. And they really liked the way
Mhm.
this one person drawed, so I went to go talk to them. I'll be like, "Hey, I have $50 left. Could you draw this?" And they were like, "No, my rate started at $100." I said, "Okay, I get that, but I'm willing to give you $50 cash if I can just get a sketch. It doesn't have to be finished, it doesn't have to be anything. Just get a sketch because they really like your artwork." And they refused to do it. They refused to budge on it because they're like, "No, I am worth this amount." And I'm like, "Okay, fair enough." And what was funny about that is I was on con staff for that. And that was one of the artists that at the end of the night, or at the end of the event, I should say, was bitching that they didn't make any sales. And I was like, "Well, of course, because you're over fucking valuing yourself."
Exactly, especially when you said, "Okay, look, I'm gonna ask for something less than what you do, just to give you,
Exactly.
you try to find that middle point. You try to find that the equivalent exchange. Like when I had got my tattoo, I went to there. Like you, I had $50, and my tattoo was simple. I regret it to this day now, because Ubisoft. I got Ubisoft tattooed on my goddamn body. Because Assassin's Creed, when I was a kid, was my game, because I did parkour and all that stuff. So just to do it as an assassin, beautiful. But I did the same thing. I went in there. I said, "Hey, I'm trying to do this tattoo. It's simple. I have $50. Can you do it for me?" And at first, it was like, "Oh, you think you could bring us a little bit more?" And I'm like, "Dude, this is all I got right here, right now."
Hmm.
And they was like, "All right." Then they said, "Yeah." They say, "Look, don't tell nobody about this." But that was the second one. I went to one, and that was closer, and they said no. Like how you did. And then I went to the second one, and they did, and they even offered to do like shading, this, that, and the third. And I was like, "Look, I'm already getting it for $50. You don't have to do it if you don't want to." And they did the tattoo and stuff like that, and they made money. You have, like, you have one store that could have had an extra $50, and you got
Yep.
one store that did. This guy crying because he wanted to charge $100. You try to find a middle point and say, "Just give me a sketch," and that would be it. You don't even have to finish it. I could do that myself.
Mhm.
And now you mad because you could have had $50 extra.
No, yeah, especially in a situation like that when it's like, you know, if anyone's ever gone to conventions, basically people are there to
Hmm.
quickly either sell stuff or pick things up. And
Yeah.
I want to say it's like a flea market or like a garage sale, but definitely has that kind of I'll say like premium garage sale vibe. Yeah.
Because sometimes you can haggle, and if you
Yeah, of
kind
course.
of know what you're looking at, or you know what it's about, because they're having figures that I've have haggled and stuff like, hey, on, like I know what that figure is. Like, let me go ahead and get it $5 cheaper, and they be like, and then that kid, I'm like, look, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I know this figure, I know the price. You spoofing a little bit too much, buddy.
Yep, very
But yeah,
very true.
it's mm, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
it,
so I can go back to Tartarus a little bit because we kind of like pivoted
yeah,
into the stuff a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
basically, you know, so Tartarus is you know, a project that I started for myself, like I said, and it became very much a necessity for the community. It became a
Mhm.
home for a lot of people, especially a lot of people that felt if I'm going to be blunt, felt outcasted and rejected by the proper communities that were out there because
Mhm.
there was no place for them because of either the stuff they wanted to create or they had differing religious values and so forth, which I also consider ridiculous because there was a whole community of people that were like, you know, like not to bash anybody of this religion, but they were like pro Christianity, and that's fine, you know, hey, more power to you. But when they're actively attacking other people from differing faiths, saying, well, that's not very godly, and it's like, well, your religion is your religion, it doesn't apply to everybody. It's very
Yeah.
disrespectful for you to be putting what you believe on somebody else, especially when this person has
Mhm.
been nothing but like peaceful to you, you know. But just
Yeah.
because they might be of a different faith or a different belief structure of your own, all of a sudden they're considered evil or wrong or a problem because
Mhm.
they don't want to fall in line or bend the knee. As you know, I said before, I don't like bending the knee.
Yeah, and that's something that I don't like either. It's like, okay, if you have a different belief systems, and yeah, sometimes a conversation can be had, and sometimes a little debate,
Hmm.
but I don't like the aspects of judging somebody
Yeah, of
based
course.
on, how your religion operates. It's like, and for them, because I'm not religious of anything. I'm not, but I'm not an atheist. A lot of people think I'm atheist, and I'm not. I'm agnostic. I do believe in
Oh,
a
cool.
higher authority. I do believe in a higher being, because something made this. Either is God in the sense of Jesus Christ, or whatever Muslims believe, or whatever this and whatever that.
Hmm.
Something made this. You know what I'm saying? My belief is we won't know until we kick the bucket. But I'm not going to go and disrespect somebody else's religion and say, well, just because I don't believe in it, I don't think your stuff is real or this, that, and the third, and vice versa. I don't want somebody to come to me and say, well, you need to follow this religion because you're doomed to hell or whatever, whatever. It's like, okay, bro, that's how
Yeah,
I feel.
yeah, it was
Hmm.
a bit much, especially when I was in certain chats with people and they would say stuff like, well, if you're not doing something to honor God, then why are you doing it? And I was like, well, for creative expression. Like sometimes you just want to create something to get something out of your chest or off your basically out into the universe. This way you're not carrying it anymore. And
Hmm.
and then once again, let me reiterate. I'm not trying to bash people of Christianity at all. In fact,
Yeah.
one of my admins, Mr. Bowman, he is a fantastic individual that I work with, and he is a Christian himself, and he works very closely with me in Tartarus. He's the one that I don't want to say keeps me in check, but he's my right hand guy. Like if something's going on, I'm like, hey, I don't know how to address this. He'll address it. He'll take over addressing it, or if it's something where I need counsel, where it's like, hey, you know, this is getting a bit too touchy for me. How do you think we should address it? He's always giving me good counsel, and he is somebody of the Christian
Gotcha.
faith, so I have nothing against him at all. Oh, and of course my sister X is
Hmm.
in the chat, and they are Christian as well. So there's been this
Oh,
whole
nice.
stigma attached to Tartarus because of the imagery we use, with you know, which is like, oh, you guys are evil because of blah, and it's like, yeah, okay. The fact that we're using this imagery is I'm evoking the exact response I want from you people because of the fact that
Hmm.
obviously my name is on your mouth and my tongue is on. I'm sorry, my name is on your tongue, and you can't have it leave your lips. And yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much like what
exactly.
Absinthe said, we're evil because we use AI, which was the meme going around X
Yeah,
for a
that's
while.
that's. I forgot to do that with Ava's prompt too. I was like, dang, I missed that because I would because now I use AI and it's not that because I like I said I don't discredit
Hmm.
artists. I think artists are great, and like I said, I value art. Artists or hand drawing work more than AI. Don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
Prompting, getting to prompting is crazy. Like I've slowed down on my prompting because either I have a bad case of creator's block or something I'm about to do. I see either jigs or like I said, JC Arbrell, let's see who is JC Arbrell, Rogie Bear. I see they do, and I'm like, damn, go to the joint. Or even Ava. I seen her. There's
Yeah,
been times where I wanted to do something. I wanted to do the wanted poster, and
yeah.
right when I was about to start typing, boom, she did. I was like, no. So it's just it's amazing on I don't see the much hate or seeing that you're evil. Like I said, it's just a tool. It's the next
Hmm.
evolution in a sense. Do I like how AI got to this point? No, because there's a lot of people who's Nyannis. I don't know if you've heard about her. I call her Mama Butt Cat. But Nyannis,
No,
she used to
I
be
don't think I
an
do.
animator.
No, I don't think
She's
I've
a
been encountered with
she's
them
a
yet. Hmm.
She's a great content creator. She
Cool.
even dipped into AI at one point. She tried that. She never really hooked into it, but she had fun with it, and she was one of the people who did lose her job to AI. And she says it herself, "Yeah, it's the next form of evolution. The
Yep.
genie is out of the box, so whether you like it or not, it's either you adapt to it or you don't." I
Yeah,
think.
so I actually, if I could just comment on that real quick, I actually do have
Mhm.
contacts in the JP side of VTuber space, but specifically in
Yeah.
much larger corporations. Which if I said who, you guys would be like, "Oh my god!" But in all seriousness, the conversations I've had with those individuals, they've told me, "Oh yeah, like our agency that we're associated with, they use AI all the time for our merchandising, for this, for that, for whatever."
Hmm.
So the individuals that I've spoken with have been very open with wanting to learn AI themselves, and
Yeah.
given when they get done with contractual stuff, maybe we'll have them join Tartarus. I don't know, but it's definitely a conversation where these people that are much larger than myself have been reaching out to me to get guidance as far as where to go. And I also like to clarify, I don't consider myself an authority in the field, but
Yeah.
as my community has said, I've definitely become a beacon to help guide people to where they need to go.
Yeah, you're a pioneer. Just like how I view Skybrow and
Hmm.
what he does. You guys are you guys are like the Dumpy Bungwater, I think, as well. You guys are the pioneers, and you guys are allowing the space for where this AI sphere can grow and flourish. And like you said earlier, you providing the safe space where people can come in and do what they do and don't have to worry about the outside world, calling them evil, harassing them, bashing them, for just simply being creative. And like I know people
Yeah.
who can't draw because they got some type of disability and stuff like that, but they can do enough to where they can type or use voice to text and use AI to help bring their bring what they can't do with their hands. They can use AI to do it for them. And like I said, and prompting ain't easy, especially the deeper the better you want your image to look, or I say, yeah, I say art, whatever,
Hmm.
fuck it, I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah, I get you. I get
The
you.
better you want, the better you want your art to look, the more the more you have to write down. You can't be lazy with it. You have to put as much down. Because me, I put as much down as I want, and as I need to. With ChatGPT, I try to put down everything I can, and then I say, hey, okay, now clean it up.
Yeah.
fill in what I missed out, and it usually does that. And then I go back and I read everything, is because there've been times where I made a prompt and the chat GPT got it wrong. And I go in, I read, I'm like, let me fix that, let me fix that, let me fix that. And so even the AI will still get it wrong. So it's not 100% perfect, but in this space, especially when you mentioned earlier, a lot of these big cut agencies
Hmm.
use AI. Yeah, that's been the thing with video games. That's why I understand why people were getting mad at NTE for using AI, and it's like, well, they didn't use it. If you can use AI to save time for your employees, so we don't go into crunch time and people are getting abused physically to
Yeah.
you know do crunch time and do all that, that's fine. However, I don't want AI to be used in a sense to do what companies do. Oh, we got an AI, it can do everything. Let's start firing a lot of people. Let's not do that. Let's still keep people employed. How can we have a little bit of both to where we can guarantee the safety of the employee, the coworkers and stuff, without going down this road of, as soon as we get the AI to do, to work the way we want it to work, mass layoffs.
Hmm. Well, a perfect example of this is, we've said it before in the conversation already, but AI is a tool, much like everything else. If you're building a house and you have a hammer and a nail to start building the house, sure, you can do it. But guess what? As soon as you get a nail gun, your ability to build a house is going to go a lot fucking faster than just like a hammer and nail. So now people could have argued, and this is probably a very bad comparison, but I'm going to make it because it's already stuck in my head, that the nail gun probably killed a lot of you know uh, basically construction workers jobs, because maybe they used to hire like 20 guys to like build a house, like a small house, right? Now they could do the same thing with only like maybe 10 guys, and they're like, well, these 10 guys now lost their jobs because this new creation of technology. And it's very much the same way. Like, AI cannot do anything without human involvement. I think as a society, we just need to realize that a lot of the jobs that are becoming more, I'll say, what's the word, streamlined with
Optimize.
optimized, there you go, that's a good
Okay.
one, optimized with
Mhm.
AI. It's basically just changing things. It's like we no longer have to do things quote unquote the hard way because we have something else that do it for us. That having been said, there is a certain like love for things that are still made by hand. For example, a painting, a carving, a sculpture, what have you. But
Yes.
not everything needs to be done the hard way. It's like if you're doing things the hard way just for the sake of proving you can, well, then, good luck to you, buddy. But we'll be over
Mhm.
here in the winner's circle.
And I even do a counter to your nail gun argument, but not in the way you think. No, it wouldn't necessarily kill those jobs. That's only if they refuse to adapt to using the nail gun. If they refuse to adapt to the nail gun, sure. But if they adapt and use the nail gun as well, now you can build houses faster, more better. Let's not rush it now. We still need to take time to make sure everything is, structured right. But no, now instead of, like you said, instead of taking 20 guys on one house, now we can have 20 guys on two houses, like 10 on this house and 10 on this other house. Now we can build two houses up at once.
Yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely.
we can we can still use this tool to not kill jobs, but to improve efficiency and optimize this great tool. And that's what AI can do. Now, AI will kill a lot of the BSers, and because Jigs asked me this during our interview. He said, how would it affect VTube? And it won't, in the sense of, like, unless you're talking about Neurosama, but Neurosama, that that's only going to be a handful of people that would do something like of her nature, because businesses, they want a package that already works.
Yeah.
And so they're not going to take the time out to actually develop Neurosama or another version of Neurosama to where how she does. They want one that's already working, that's already got the bugs and kinks out, so they can just do that. So, from the VTuber sphere, no, but from the art sphere, yeah, it is going to affect them drastically, because a lot of the people who were BSing with artists, I mean, with the VTubers, who were, either charging, like how you said, $100, but giving them crap, or
Hmm.
not sticking to a proper timeline. Yeah, oh yeah, they're gonna get gone. Yeah, like Asmongo says, welcome home, and it's a McDonald's shirt.
Yep, yep.
But the
Well,
people
welcome
who
home.
actually
Put the fries in the
Mhm.
bag, little bro.
Yep. Put the fries in the bag, little bro. Dig of something else. But the people who actually still takes their job serious, because I've seen plenty of people like your Fugi. I've seen people do that, as their PNG, which is crazy. And like I said, I love how your Fugi works. It is
No,
so
thank you.
freaking smooth.
Well,
That is
I'll take the opportunity right now to pimp out my good friend Absinthe, who actually helped me rig this up.
mhm,
So he has done like
nice.
fantastic work, not just for myself personally, but actually everybody has that we have like in Tartarus. Like regardless of whether
Mhm.
they've been staff or just regular people in the community, they have been always eager to like pitch out where they can. They'll be like, "Hey,
Mhm.
I noticed you don't have this. Would you like me to do this?" And I'll be like, "Oh, sure." And I'm the type of guy that I don't like to ask for things for myself, but
Yeah.
wanting a decent one was something I was like, "Hey, can you do this?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, he basically said, because he's Australian, he said, "Hold my beer," and then he came back in 5 minutes and was like, "Boom."
Yeah, and that's crazy. But that just goes to show how talented people can be with this
Oh
technology and
yeah.
how great somebody is. Like I said, me, I don't know if you see my screen on them, but it's just got my OC. I could never draw this, and it'll probably take me maybe 30 years to do something like this. But with AI, and like I said, I can't show it on this computer because I don't have this my streaming computer. I don't necessarily have ChatGPT on this computer,
Hmm.
or I don't usually. I'll use it because people say, "Well, you can hit the browser." I don't usually do things on this computer because the internet is crap. I do everything on my editing computer, but um, I've used multiple prompts just to get this, and then I even to edit it myself. Like I used the prompt from Jigs, then I used Jigs the bedroom prompt, so you can see a little bit of that in the background. And then I typed up, okay, let's change it to where he has a window in front. This is a part of his office. Do the this, that, and the third, and then thank God it's Friday. I see where Nova, because with ChatGPT, I let it name itself and named itself Nova, and
Cool.
now it has been it's been inserting himself or herself into the prompts. But I'm like, okay, I see what you did there, Nova.
Nice.
But
That
yeah, it took multiple prompts just to get this image right here, and I
yeah.
still had to do other stuff to get it.
Yeah, so to on the topic of prompting, if I can deviate just slightly but still keep it relevant, so that's also something I
Yeah.
help Eva with as well, because obviously Eva does prompts of the
Hmm.
day, so I'm usually helping them test the prompts, changing the prompts. Usually, a lot of what we do as well is if we see a prompt that's already popular in the community, we'll reach out to the creator and we'll be like, "Hey, would you want it to be featured as prompt of the day? We'll be happy to take it. We'll tinker with it a little bit. We'll tag you back this way you get some momentum, but for the
Hmm.
most part, basically giving back to the community that way. And I think, with the exception of
Yeah.
one or two people who have been adamantly against it, uh, everyone's been like super like on board with it.
Hmm.
And which leads me to it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Oh no, I had one of my prompts taken and evolutionized, and I loved every last second of it. And I even had some people take my prompt and they tweaked it, and they even said they tweaked it, and like, oh my god, it's like, so wait, I could have had done this with the like me.
Right.
I get excited because it's like, wait, I could have had done that. My biggest one was the glass sphere. I had three, I think, that blew up. The bus, the glass sphere, and it was another one I can't remember. I think the watches. I think the
Hmm.
watches. Those three blew up, and all three of them. Though. Oh no, and it was a glass statue. It's the glass statue. I had that one turned into like somebody changed it from a glass to like another reflective or see-through surface, a gem or something like that.
No, cool.
I've had other people change it, but I liked every second of it because me, how the way I did it was cool and all, but then I love seeing how other people took it and made it different. And some people I say, I see what you did there, and then I just give them a thumbs up anyway, and they usually like it back or whatever, whatever. I've never gotten mad seeing um the one that I had was the glass sphere where somebody's looking to the glass sphere and they see like their partner.
Hmm.
Some people changed it because I messed up and I didn't tell the AI to have them doing something within the world, but people went in and changed it, and oh my god, the images that came from that was so freaking beautiful. I had seen people turn it into a crystal. I've seen people turn it into a different item. I've seen people is either it was either the sphere was different
Hmm.
or it was a different item, but the pose was roughly still the same. I've seen people change both the backgrounds of the sphere itself or the background of the person's in. It was crazy how much that thing has blown up, and I've never once got mad. I've always appreciated because that lets me know, okay, there's stuff that I could have had done to either improve or make it different. But
Yeah, yeah, of course.
go ahead. I can yap. I can yap.
No worries. It's okay, man. You're a VTuber. I would expect you to yap. But but to kind of comment on that, yeah. So I have noticed this disturbing trend in the community, specifically the AI community, in
Hmm.
regards to prompting, which is obviously we use AI to create our arts. In Tartarus, we call them gens, to create our gens.
Hmm.
And we share a lot of our prompting material, a lot of our like prompting recipes, as we call them sometimes, with each other. We have a
Yeah.
whole area just for that. There's also prompts of the day, which we do have exclusivity early access to prompts of the day. We actually get them a day to like half a day early, depending on whenever Eva finishes them. She'll drop them there, so that way we can test them and we'll go from there. Anyways,
Nice.
so the big issue that I see is a lot of the information is just information that we all share with each other. And essentially it's free. And by free, I mean like, it wants to exist. It wants to be out there. Very similar to like how you're saying with your prompt, like how once it got out there, people did amazing things with it, just changing things
Hmm.
here and there and so forth. Well, what I've noticed is a distinct entitlement in the AI community. And what I mean by that, very
Mm.
specifically, where they're like, well, that's my prompt. What did you do with my prompt? Whatever. And it's like, well, you need to sit yourself down, son, because let me tell you how it's going to work. Once you put
Hmm.
something out there like a prompt, someone's going to take it. They're going to iterate on it. It's going to change something.
Hmm.
And then guess what? Their friends are going to see it. They're going to be like, oh, cool. Send me that prompt. Someone else is going to iterate. It's going to keep being iterated on until it's like the 7th or 8th or 10th person. And they may not tag the
Hmm.
original person because how are they going to know where it originates from?
Yep.
It's
Yep.
impossible.
And
Hmm.
what they say, it is not necessarily because I don't even want to use that because I don't want to give them a reason to say, yeah, you still stealing. But it goes back to that old phrase like good artist borrows and great artist steals and
Yep.
stuff like that. It's that saying, and it's not necessarily that because again, we really can't even go on the prompting because the AI was trained off of other people's work in a sense anyway.
Yeah, which
So
is valid.
it's one of them situations to where me, I really don't, even if I was an artist or whatnot, or I really put that much value in my work, I still wouldn't care. Because to me, at the end of the day, it's a blueprint.
Yeah.
It's a blueprint, and then it's just like I said, like you mentioned, not even like well, that's it. What you mentioned, people are gonna take it and they're gonna find a way to make it different or make it different or evolve it. I can't talk. But it's like yeah, like
I
chill.
say
Like I
I
mean,
say iterate on it because it's just different iterations of the same
mhm.
concept, basically.
Okay, yeah, yeah, okay, that's way better than what. Yeah, that's way better. But yeah, it's like chill out, bro. Because I mean, people are gonna know your work when they see it. Like Skyebrows,
Hmm.
I can see one frame of his stuff and be like, "That's Skyebrows," because
Yep.
his work is so distinctive. His work is so unique. Even with Ava, I've seen some people try to take her prompts and switch it up, and I'm like, "Hold on, I think Ava did that." And then
Yep.
I go back and I'm
You could
like, "Oh,
tell.
Me, my own work. Like I said, I've seen the angles sometimes, or I've seen like the where they went with it. Or and people just flat out told me like, hey, I had to change it a little bit, and like I don't care. Like it's a blue to me, it's a blueprint. I just want to help, do my part in making this a great place to where people can feel comfortable doing this AI thing and not face the whole backlash that people been facing. The whole antis that want to come in and cry, bitch, and moan, but they do their own versions. Like the biggest thing that got me is okay, so you don't like generative art in the sense of images, but you'll be okay with generative art in the same in the sense of novels. So I can't gen art or pictures, but you can gen books.
Yeah, that's a. I mean, I think generally, as a society, people just need to get over it. Like, to be blunt,
Hmm.
because it's like, we actually have somebody in our community, Rosa the Vampire. She likes to read a lot of these really stupid, like, romance kind of erotica novels that are, a lot of them you can tell they're AI generated, and it's hilarious to hear her read them on stream because they're so poorly uh not even scripted, so poorly like narrated in regards to like, wait, how did we go from that to that? That doesn't make any sense.
It's like it's hallucinating, but let's go.
Yeah, basically. And well, anyways, the point that I was getting to was that, you know, AI is already in so many different things, and you know,
Hmm.
the genuineness of it is the heart that's behind it. Like you had brought up Sky, of course, and
Yeah.
Sky's work is always very recognizable. You can tell a Skyebrows video the moment you see it. You can see it, you can tell a Lady Wasabi video first time you see it as well.
Mhm.
I would also throw out Absinthe out there. If you guys have not checked out Absinthe's work, you see an Absinthe video, you know it's an Absinthe video. And
We can bring up one of his works right now. How do you spell his name?
sure, it's a lyrical Absinthe. I'll go ahead and
What
send
is
it to
it?
you.
Okay, because I'm not gonna lie, my spelling is atrocious.
No worries, no worries.
You know, just give some examples of that, and I think we could probably well, wait, I think I could pull up on X some of the prompt works of Ava.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
Let
if you
me
wanted
make
to.
sure. Let me switch to my other account because if I
All
get
good.
so nervous.
Yeah, so like with Absinthe, for example, I've worked with him very closely as well as Ava. We did the first video we did together as a big collaborative effort was Regicide and Revolution, which was a big stab at the anti-AI crowd, and people interpret it the wrong ways. Which I was like, it's okay, it's whatever. People are gonna think whatever they want to think. I know why I wrote it. I
Mhm.
know why I started directing it the way I did. Uh, you know, and Absinthe did a lot of editing for that. He did most of the editing, if I'm being completely honest, but he did, as far as like general flow and everything, you know, it was mainly a group effort. The way we work with Tartarus, not necessarily we don't credit individuals, but we all know that we're all doing the equal share of the work. So we try to, let me think how to say this. So, for example, Absinthe lives in the upside down, as we call it. So when he needs to sleep, well, it falls to me or to the Eva to pick up the slack and be like, okay, now it's our turn to step in and let's keep that pipeline going. So
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
so
I got him pulled up. You want me to share my screen with you so that way your chat
yeah,
can
yeah,
see,
sure,
or
sure,
you
sure,
just have...
yeah,
All
sure.
right, so
That's
let me go
fine.
ahead
Yeah,
and share that. Boom. Oh wait, I'm sharing the wrong one.
no worries.
Scuff. The scuff. Here we
The
go.
scuff is real, chat.
Boom. Man, it's real. So, we can go ahead and do with the recent one, and which is already looking like a banger.
No, hold on, hold on. Let me get. I don't have it up yet on my side. You can just pause it real quick.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, yep,
And
yep.
let me turn on the. Let me turn on the volume.
In the shadows, where mirrors crack, I see a face.
So
Wow.
yeah. So he did all this
Mm-hmm.
himself, of course. You can go play it.
Jesus.
Yeah. He did all
Okay.
this himself, and I'm going to speak a little candidly in it in regards to stuff. He had done a much larger video with a friend of his, and he had got snubbed in the credits. And
Mm-hmm.
the person who took credit for it found themselves in, I don't want to say higher quality caliber, a higher quality company,
Yeah.
but he basically took complete credit for the video when he did nothing. And I was like, dude, that's fucking
Wow.
ridiculous. Yeah, I was like, it was fucking ridiculous. And I was like, that should not be a thing. You are clearly not
Mm-hmm.
appreciated where you're at. Not necessarily come and work for me, but I have a stance where I'm friends with everybody that I work with.
Yeah,
it's very much not even a I don't want to say it's not really a job because we're all doing it for fun, but we do work very well together.
that's. But at the same, it's not necessarily a job. But at the same time, money can be on the table when it comes to stuff like this. So you do, in a sense like this, want to give proper credit where credit is done, especially if you
Yeah,
didn't do
absolutely.
anything. Like, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. But when it comes to like just because I know earlier we were talking about prompt works because that could be a counter to us. Somebody saying, okay, well, you guys saying earlier when it comes to prompts, it doesn't matter. You should let it go. But that's something different when it comes to like actual production and stuff like this. Prompt work is just prompt work. We're just doing that for fun.
Yeah,
But
of
when we're
course.
doing this for like an actual thing, I think you should do give proper credit,
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, and because this is a
especially when you
finished, yeah, because this is a finished product. This isn't just like, oh, let me share my prompt with you. Because if I were to ask anybody I've worked with and be like, hey, can you that prompt for this or that? They'd be like, yeah, sure. Here you go. Here's the prompt. But just because I have the prompt
hmm
and what they did, even with AI, it doesn't mean you're going to get the exact same
Oh,
result.
that's beautiful.
This is actually Nihilith.
Hmm
I would want to point
Right.
out and give a little love to Nihilith because everyone in the community fucking turned their
Yeah.
back on him right when they needed him the most. I thought it was disgusting. So, absent with like, hey, I want to
Mm.
feature him, I'm like, go for it, man. Go for it. He needs the love. He needs the support.
Yeah. This it's crazy. I'm loving this, dude. Like this is beautiful. I
But
could
yeah,
never think of something like this. And this is used with C dance.
it's a combination of a number of things, but C Dance is the one that we've all been learning with. We also use a number of other tools, and I don't want to speak too much about what Absinthe uses because he does have his own little tools he likes to mess with. But a lot of C Dance is used in a number of our products.
Mm.
He also said a lot of Vdu. Okay, he said it himself. Vdu as well as C Dance.
Yeah, okay. Because it's because I know earlier people had a rough time getting the AI to like sync with the music. So this is syncing damn near perfectly. It's crazy seeing this because I remember seeing like Skyebrows earlier videos and stuff like that, and things wouldn't really sync up. And now we're here to where what 6 months
Yeah.
or
So
almost a
to
year later, we now getting
yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna say
This
to
this is crazy.
to comment on that. I think because early on with the AI videos in general, not to like dig at Sky or anything, I have a lot of respect for Sky, but a lot of us didn't even know we were getting into, if I'm being honest. We were just making things
Hmm
for the love of the game, so to speak. And
Yeah.
that's why a lot of early AI stuff, and especially from people in the community, it looks that way. It's like, oh, this is very like a clip show, for lack of
hmm
a better word. And not necessarily that's bad because everyone needs to learn basic editing skills in order to get it to look as
Yeah.
fantastic as Absence video.
Keyframes and all that. Trust me, I know when I used to
Hmm.
do my figurine videos, people think it's just as simple as a box on a figurine, press play, and then let it go. It's like, no, there's keyframing, there's
Hmm.
color grading, there's making sure your audio before
Yep.
AI came in, thankfully AI came in and just deleted like all the other sounds. You had to go through listen and cut out the dead zones, cut out other sounds or try to
Yep.
mask it. Like there was a lot of work just simply making a figurine unboxing video. So
Yeah.
coming with this, of course, some areas it still has its flaws, but for the most part, this is amazing. Like let's see what time we had 316. It was like this is freaking beautiful.
Yeah. I know he had spent a
I
lot of time on this scene specifically because we wanted to give
yeah,
some
it's
love to Nihilith. Yep.
Yeah, because and when I see like Jigs or another prompt worker do something like this with an image by itself, I'm like, how the hell did you guys come up with that? Like, how? So it's amazing to see this. Like, this is a good video, dude. Like, shout out to him.
Hmm.
Like, oh my god, like yes.
Yeah, he's really good, and just to speak to Glaze Absinthe a little bit more, I glaze him a lot, but
hmm
he is somebody
Oh,
that I think the community has turned their back on as a whole, and only now do
yeah.
they realize that not to say they've wronged the wrong person, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
if you shun somebody, you're basically cutting off their potential before you even realize what it
Yeah.
is.
Mm. But I mean, thankfully, you guys gave him another opportunity to still flourish his skills, because this is wonderful.
Yeah, what I would
This is
say
beautiful.
is I've learned as much from Absinthe as he's probably learned from me, and we have our various different areas of expertise, of course, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he is definitely a master of his craft. I'll say that.
Yeah, all this looks super good, and going from 3D to 2D, and in some areas is 3D, in some areas is 2D. It is crazy. That's crazy work. And there you go. Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
That's a
wanna,
great video.
if you would want to load up British Side Revolutions in the top left.
Top left.
Yeah. This is the first like collaborative project we had worked on, and this was between me and Eva and Absinthe. So you'll see a lot of similarities in editing style and audio tonality and so forth.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Mhm.
And beautiful too.
And this is very much like a lore video for my own character, but it has deeper ties to it as well. Because I said if I ever released a lore video or something, it should have some weight to it aside from just like be a basic lore video.
Yeah. Okay. And your character design is awesome too. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, so how we get the models to look so good on point is we basically make a reference sheet, and we, not to get too much into the prompting side of things, we tell it, this is the character, reference this reference sheet for all iterations of this character, and to go from there. So this way we always get things that look as close as possible to it.
Yeah. That's the issues I've been having with my prompt works, is keeping things as close to my person as possible, because even ChatGPT would get my eyes rolls, it's switching from blue to brown, even though my eyes are clearly blue.
Oh yeah, that's that always happens.
Mm-hmm. So I only imagine with Ava, because her eyes are green and purple. So I can just imagine how often y'all have to.
Yeah. So the thing with Ava, there's a question on the tag. Has Ava ever been on stream before? No. Ava's a very private person in regards to their personal life, and she is a little hesitant to expose certain parts of herself, and that's perfectly fine. I never force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. So I'm trying. That's understandable. Yeah, and I'm trying to encourage her too, but obviously, it's at her own pace, and it's not my responsibility. I'm sorry, not that it's not my responsibility. It's not my obligation to make her move faster than she's comfortable, and I think that's something everyone needs to respect, just across the board.
Yeah. Yeah, because not everybody wants. There's some people that perfect pause, because that looks beautiful. Damn. Y'all cooked in this one. Damn. But yeah, not everybody wants to be part of the internet. There's people that's 100% completely fine being in the background,
Yeah.
And so I respect it.
Yeah, because like for Eva, they have no desire, at least at the time, before we got together, of being like a VTuber or any sort of streamer, any sort of anything. They just wanted to prompt things and make things and have fun. And it wasn't until we kind of got together when it was like, oh well, I'm a VTuber. This is the stuff I do and whatever. And even then, I don't consider myself a serious VTuber. I pretty much help other people get to where they want to be. I'm more of a I guess, for lack of a better word, I have a persona, because people sometimes be like, hey, let's game together. Like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, which is crazy. Oh yeah, because if you're ever down the game, I know you and Jigs mentioned this, because I got to still download some games that y'all play. I need to get good at Marvel Rivals, but yeah, anytime you want to play games, bro, I'm down for that. But okay, so
Nice.
Who worked on this scene in particular? Oh, okay.
I think this. My sister in the chat, she's like, Max is a streamer? What? I'm like, quiet you. So this scene specifically, I think this is one of the scenes that that Absinthe had done, but then Eva had expanded on, because with a lot of the scenes, the way it works for generation, at least at this stage of AI, okay, this was Absinthe. Okay, he corrected me, which is fine. So it'll give you like 10, 15, maybe 30 seconds if you're lucky of a solid usable scene. And then you might have to do things like key back to it to get things to work more correctly. For example, if you want to extend things, but that gets into even trickier, situations. But this one specifically, Absinthe had done. I don't know if Eva had helped him extend it or not. That's why, because it does go on a little bit longer.
Yeah, because even with I tried to extend things with Grok, and Grok would do like the first 6 to 10 seconds perfectly, and then you extend it, and it's like okay, and then you push it some more, and then it's like and then next thing you know, it's like what? It has to happen. But yeah, this is beautiful. Absent, you cooked, brother. You cooked. This is like even as a pause, like let's say like you can pause it at almost any point, and this could be like somebody's wallpaper. That's how good this is.
Well, that's also another thing that we strive for with Tartarus, which is everything that we put out is the highest quality that we can manage. So every video that we release is 4K. It's very rare that we will release something that's not 4K. It's not even because we're trying to like stick our noses up at people. It's just we want to fully appreciate the art that we're creating.
Yeah, and you want because like I said, this is the beginning of the AI pioneer. So when you put your craft out, you want to put the best thing out there.
Exactly.
And then you guys take there's no people take great pride in their work, and it's still honorable. You still you know you don't want to be like the guy who has this nose raised high, look this is my work, you peasant. It's like no dude, like I want to give you the best. I want to show you the best of what I can do, so I'm going to put my best, foot forward versus just handing you the typical AI slop. What people love to say, "Oh, it's just AI slop. It's just AI slop." Like, if this is slop, I want all of it, bro. I want all of it. Like, but like I just did with the whole pause thing, because sometimes I like to do that on certain. I like to pause and then pause at random to see what you can do, and so far this still looks good. Like this could be like a wallpaper or something like that, and that goes to the level of quality that you guys strive for, and hats off to y'all.
Yeah, we tried very hard. Like a lot of this was initially trained off of Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, so there's a lot of similarities in regards to the combat movement, but that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to look not necessarily like a video game, but like it could exist in that arena, if that makes any sense.
Oh, that was a great shot, and yeah, I can see it. You guys did a great job. So, did you train it with the videos, or you just trained it with the images of the game?
The way that it's trained, to my understanding of it, because I didn't prompt a lot of the actual like action scenes. I prompted a lot of what like keyframes and stuff like that, and helped with direction, workflow, and so forth. A lot of it is trained already like in house with video game footage from Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact and stuff. So a lot of it is already trained in with C-Dance for the most part, which is what we used a lot for this project. But we did use Vtu a little bit to go back and forth.
Okay, cool. Okay, see, and look, another good image that could be a wallpaper. Like, bro, y'all cooked them.
Yeah, this is the first one that we released, and it did really well, but there's still a lot of people who would refuse to watch it just based off of who we are and who released it. And I was like, okay, well, that's your guys' loss. That's not my loss.
Yeah, because I'm and anytime you want me to react, let me know, and I will react to it, and I'll be sure to credit you guys. Like, this is beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and give you an informal, like, I'll even tell chat, anyone who wants to react to anything that's Tartarus Media Network, you guys have full permission to do so, because all we're really trying to do is help creators grow and basically get the reach out there, so this way they get their brand recognition that they deserve. It's not even anything that's going into my own pocket, if I'm being completely honest. I have put a lot more of my own personal money into Tartarus than probably people realize, and that's fine. and I'm not asking for any sort of like a validation or accreditation or anything like that. I just like that's just what I believe in. I want to see this thrive, so I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, so to speak.
Yeah, and so far you guys have been dropping bangers. Ava with her prompt of the days, videos like this, you guys are cooking. Man, I'm loving this.
So like in this scene specifically, we have all these different characters. Like there's Rosa, we have Mr. Bones Jangle, we have Exa, we have Mango show up, and the criticism was, oh well, they all look different from different like art styles. And I said, well, that's intentional. It's kind of like that's Absint's character, Carlos.
Nice.
But the reason why they all look different is because it was kind of a Kingdom Hearts style type of event where all these portals open to all these different realities, and Mags essentially called his friends to help him break these chains of like I'll just say like primordial chains of like tethering, so this his realm could be free. And
nice. Okay.
Yeah, so because for example, like you'll probably see him a little bit more in the future. The blonde-haired guy with a scythe. That's my friend Mango, Revian Mango, and
Mango,
yeah, and his style is very much, if you guys have ever seen him on X, is pretty much inspired by like Soul Eater. So I was like, if we feature Mango, it has to be animated at least slightly, for no other reason than that's kind of his thing,
No, he did a Soul Eater art of my character, and I loved every last bit of it. And what's up, King Stanky? Stanky had isekai me, so because
Nice.
what's funny, my character is already isekai, and then I got isekai again. But yeah,
Nice.
and that just goes to the create, and that's why I said I like the whole flow of seeing 2D and 3D, and then a little bit of both in the same thing. That just goes to the ability of, because if you know how hard it is to get AI to do hands right, and then so now tell it to say, yeah, I want this 3D person to stand right next to this 2D person, and then they fight something at the same time. It's like, wait, what? So
it's very difficult.
I only can imagine, but y'all got it.
Of course, that's Mr. Rain Tyrannus, good friend of mine. Which he's been cameoed in a few places, but he's never had like a proper fight scene. So I was like, Rain, we got to give you a fight scene.
Nice. And you like to use some knives.
But yeah, this was basically a month's worth of work between all three of us, and a lot of work to get it exactly where we wanted it. But yeah, it was a labor of love, and more importantly, and ironically, it just coincided with a big fallout in an AI community that had nothing to do with us. And I was like, well, people are going to take this as a call out to them, and that's a them. Yep.
Nah, I mean, there's going to be fallout in groups. It's always going to happen. It's one of those things where, okay, can we get along after the fallout, or is it going to be one of the situations which it shouldn't be, where it's going to be this forever beef? If we have a falling out, can we just have enough respect to say, if I see you and you see me, we just look the other way?
So I'll say that generally, like in regards to myself, like I'm gonna forward something to you right now. It's something that we got a little present for you, just so you can use it going forward.
Oh, nice! Thank you. Oh shit! Thank you. Oh my god, that looks good. Because I was thinking about doing that as well. Oh my god, you guys!
No, we got you. We got you.
You guys freaking could.
I don't know if you can change it right now with you being live, but maybe for next time you can get it. I mean, you could definitely try. I'm not gonna stop you from trying.
Probably could.
If you want to try, go for it.
Yeah, I probably could. Okay. Yeah. I probably could. Yeah. Let me do this. Oh my god! Thank you. I'm gonna wait to this end, and I'm gonna put the back because oh my god, I'm at a loss for words. It looks badass.
You're welcome, man. So that's one thing that people can't like believe that we do at Tartarus, which is we help each other out. We do fun things like that for people, for no other reason than we want the whole community to
Yeah.
look good.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Like everybody looks good.
But of course,
Okay.
all
That
this aside
that
from all
is
the
sick.
stuff I'm in, all of Absint's work has been pretty well received. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a shame he hasn't gotten more traction, but you know, we're working to remedy that very quickly.
I mean,
No worries. Okay, let me hide you real quick so this way you'll pop up the right way. Yep. Okay. Hold on, Chad. He's put on a new pair of he put on a new pair of pants. These things happen. Very true, Bowman. Very true. Changing during streams is scandalous. I know, Spinal. It is. Yep. We've got to nail down almost to a science. So. Mm-hmm. It's not like a secret for the most part, but it's definitely something that we've refined. Mm-hmm. Just let me know when you get it updated. That way I can bring it back.
thought it's gonna be. It just
Okay.
is which is crazy. It loaded the one that's moving a lot faster than the one that's just chilling. Uh-oh. Failed to upload. Animated images are limited to 120 frames. Non-premium. Oh, I got mocked because I'm not a premium person. Oh,
Well, we could probably
so
try
it
to
mocked
fix
me.
just a
Which is
bit.
I'm like,
What was it the talking one or
I think
this
I think
or
it's
the idle one?
no, it was the idle one. That's why I was like the talking one. You think it would take forever, but the idle one is like, I think it's just my internet because yeah, it's doing it a lot fast. Oh nope. It's saying that the is limited to 120 frames for non-premium users. So, because I'm a brokey, I can't get it,
No worries.
but I
Okay.
can do this though. I can still. Oh crap! No. Ah, come on. I forgot to save it. So
It's all right. It's all right.
let me.
We got you. We got you.
I can. Yeah. So I think. Thank you. I mean, come on, computer, hurry up.
Rip, right? Scuff stream is scuffed.
But you would think the talking one would. Mm-hmm.
Well, so
Oh
sometimes it's weird
dang.
like that. Yeah, sometimes it's weird like that. Sometimes the idle animations, there's like a lot of things that it tries to animate, like the clothing and like the swaying of like hair and stuff. Whereas talking is kind of more direct. So
True. True.
just
Okay.
another day ending with
I'm doing
Y,
that now.
right? Credits.
But we can give them a taste of what you guys cooked up for me, and thank you. So I'm gonna have to show it,
Sure.
which I'm
Let me
cool
bring it
with
back up
that.
then.
But
That's
yep,
the
ready
wrong
to bring it
thing.
back up. So I'm about to add it right in right now.
Awesome. Look at
Dude,
that.
I am, dude. You don't know how. If you can see my face right now, I am smiling so hard.
That I can. I
This
can't
is
see your face now.
Yeah, because I've been trying to figure out how to do this one. And boom. So chat, now I can
That's definitely a
now I
big
can switch
improvement.
between that is crazy, dude. Oh my god. So I can switch. Let me turn this one off. And yeah, and this will definitely save more on my if my model is being too much, this could definitely save on my power. I mean not my power.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so like for example, there's a game called like Toxic Commando that I really enjoy playing with some of the people in Nocturne, which is my VTuber agency,
Yeah.
and it's a little too intensive for my specific stuff.
Mhm.
But if I use my stuff here, it works no problem. Okay, here you go. I got nothing coming in for you.
Nice. Let me make that bigger. That is crazy, dude. This is awesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna hide you
Okay.
again real quick so you can put your pants on.
Let me go ahead and it's already out of the bag. No, you don't have to hide me. It's the cat's already out the bag.
No,
I'm already.
I gotta hide you so that way
Okay.
the reactive reloads the right way. Yeah. At least on my
Oh,
screen,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. 'Cause yeah, I probably have to do it.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, did I save it? No. Let me save. Dude, that is freaking crazy. Because this is I was gonna do a different model,
Mm-hmm.
and but then I like this model so much, so I was gonna say, okay, this is gonna be my new 2D model when I get an official one. So I've been trying to figure out how to, incorporate this one. That's why you see it almost everywhere in my images and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it
But
looks
now I
nice.
can actually use this more. So, dude, thank you guys. This is, oh, is it? Oh, okay,
That's it.
okay. No,
You got it up?
let's not replace it.
Okay.
Not yet. Go to, can I edit this one?
Oh, thanks for that, Spinal.
Let's see. Okay, choose a file.
We gotta be patient, chat.
Let's
Everyone's
see if it works
learning.
with this one. Cross fingers. Just cross fingers.
It should work just
Like I
fine.
got modded. They call me broke. They call me brokey. Oh, looks like it did it.
Cool.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and save it. Let me bring it back up.
And I think. Okay, I gotta re-add it in. So
Okay.
Let me change the sources.
Leering in this economy. The quality leering.
And quality leering. Let's go ahead and do
Hilarious.
this one, and then let's bring it back. We have to leer properly, chat.
Let me know once you got it all leered in place.
Yes, sir.
Crossing all 6 fingers, you goddamn right. So all six of them.
And boom. Oh, it didn't work. It's still talking. Oh, I probably have to do a complete new one. Yeah. So let me delete him, and then I'll just make a new one altogether.
Okay, we'll
'Cause
just.
I changed it, but yeah. So let's add a model.
That's why you're in charge, right? Gen AI go brr. So many jokes we got here.
That is crazy. And but now, thank you, and thank you to whoever made this as well. Thank you guys. I am I am smiling hard. This is crazy because I've always tried to figure out how to get something like this going, and to like see it in action. Oh my god! Like I'm smiling too hard. Okay, yeah, let me. Okay, now it. Okay, so that one works. Oh, name it. Yes.
Just share with me the new URL. That way I can update you on my end.
Yes, sir. Let me see if this one's the right one. Yeah, this one's the right. Okay, P. Okay, save, and then let me shoot that one over to you. Sources.
Oh, I think I got it now. I think I got it now. Actually, I can populate you.
Okay. Because I think there's two of them. So the one that's the one that should work is the PNG one. I got the other one that just says Spider-Bro, and I think that one's the one that doesn't work.
Yeah, it's working. It's working fine now.
Nice.
Yeah. So when you stop talking, you're actually chilling. You're chilling normal.
Nice. Okay, so let me find this one so I can add it to the.
See, everybody thinks AI is just snap your fingers and it's magic. Nope, there's a lot more work that goes behind the scenes.
Trust me, when I got into prompt work, I was like, oh my God. Like, because I was one of them people that have a character do this, and voila. And
QB is here.
I can't I cannot tell you how many times
QB is here. The queen of our organization.
Oh,
hello, QB.
hello.
She's
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, she's definitely somebody I want to get on the mics in the future. She is like really fun to talk to.
Nice. Hey, if ever she's want to come through, I'm more than happy to have her on the show, and or Jigs. I know Jigs will be thrilled to have her as well.
Oh yeah,
Thank
for sure.
you, man. This is awesome. So now I'm 2D chat. This is crazy.
And you know what I really like about them is it's so low resource usage, but it looks so much cleaner than something like a Vroid model.
Yes, like yours was the first one I seen that just looks so clean and it flows. Like I've seen other people who figure out how to do this, and it's a little choppy, or it does it's a little weird on how it acts. But yours was the first one I seen that really just flows. Because I think I seen do you know King?
Yeah, I know King.
Pirate guys. Yeah. So his even though it flowed a little bit, it some spots it's a little choppy. So I'm like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing with that. Like that's cool. And then yours, when you interview with Jigs, it was just so smooth, and I'm like, oh, how the heck did he do that?
Yeah, I
And so
mean,
thank you.
yeah. So like, not to because not to bash on Keen or anything. I think he's a good guy. But obviously he was somebody who first experimented with it, and then we just kind of iterated off of it, kind of like what we were talking about earlier in the interview. It's like pure iteration, top of iteration, and actually, I think his more modern ones or more current ones look a lot better than what he first started with, which is totally understandable.
I think because the first time I seen him when he was on side scrollers, that's the first time I seen that one in particular. That was a little bit choppy, but okay, so he has a more better ones. Nice.
Yeah. So the double-edged sword about being in this community is obviously I have a lot of projects going on, as well as like trying to VTube myself when I do have the time. So having friends that are also content creators means that I don't think how to say this. I don't have a time to catch a lot of their streams when they're live because I'm too busy doing my own streams or in the middle of a major media project like we do with Tartarus.
Yeah, I completely understand. I'm not as busy as you are yourself, but there has been times where I'm trying to catch up on my own streams. I'm trying to go back and go and add people into my old videos. I'm trying to part of the main reason why I haven't been releasing videos on my YouTube page is I don't have time. It's like between my main job, then coming in trying to make a prompt, and then trying to do other stuff. It's like, oh God, I don't have time. So I completely understand you, and it's especially when you managing other folks as well. So hats off to you, brother. Hats off to you.
Yep. Glad we could get you sorted out. Now you look a little bit more presentable.
Thank you. Oh my god, yeah, I am so. This is crazy, dude. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I can't stop smiling, bro. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to find a way to get this character as a model, and just to see this is like, it's crazy.
So yeah, what I'll
Thank you
say,
so much.
yeah, what I'll say, like in regards to mine, like I do have a live 2D model. However, I don't
Hmm.
use that live 2D model anymore because of the fact that there was, which actually this what led me to get into the AI stuff, which is because
Yeah.
the original creator of it would not want to release the commercial rights. So if I started building a brand with a live
Oh.
2D model, I could never get like a Gamer Subs contract or any merchandise made or anything.
Hmm.
And it's like, I don't want to start building a brand with something I don't have the rights to.
But that's scummy on the artist as
Oh,
well, because
yeah.
you usually will get the when you commission a model, you usually get that full center. But some people realize, oh, I can get more money out this. I can charge more
Yep.
money, so they start like, and and that's one of the reasons why AI is here. That
Mm-hmm.
is one of the reasons. So to avoid me being in a situation to where I can't use my model, because I don't have the full rights, even though I pay hundreds, not yeah, hundreds or
Mm-hmm.
sometimes thousands of dollars on it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the AI.
Yeah, for sure.
Chat GPT gonna argue with me? No.
Usually no. Usually no.
Yeah, as long as you don't meet the guardrails, because my name by itself triggers the guardrails, and I'm like, no, it's not related to Spider Man. No, like my figure, I did the figure version of me.
Mhm.
It guardrailed me 3 times, and when I finally said this is an original character, it doesn't have no relation to Spider Man. Oh, okay. And then it generated, and then it specifically said, let's make sure that it doesn't hit copyright. And then the first thing I see is him doing the symbol for to shoot the webs. I'm like, really?
Yeah, AI is ridiculous that way sometimes. You'll say everything where it's like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. It's like, okay, the first thing it does is like, that's the opposite of what I said.
Exactly. No, I need to get my AI like Jess. Jess AI will actually tell her how to get past the guardrails. I'm like, how the hell did you do it? She's like, I befriended. I talked to it. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna have to make Nova my best friend now, because yeah, yeah, it's and Nova sometimes will tell me like, hey, maybe you shouldn't say it like this, or hey, maybe you should use these words. I'm like, all right, well, let's go with those words, and then bada bing, bada boom, I get exactly what I wanted. I'm like, yeah, so that's the one thing I wish Grok would get better at than ChatGPT, because Grok doesn't give a damn. It lets you. I say it lets you do practically whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
However,
just about.
if you don't give it, yeah, if you don't give it a source, if you let it thinks it's kind of like ugh. So you have to make the art from Chat GPT and then give it to Grok, and then let Grok do what it do. If you try to have Grok does it just give you the bare minimum or the bare basic. But yeah, dude, this is I can't stop staring at him, dude. And it it turned on. I just want to yap more just to keep him moving. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you're
Go
cool. You're
ahead.
cool. Yeah, just consider it a little gift, from the folks at Tartarus Media Network. So yeah, hopefully it'll serve you better
Thank
in the
you.
future. And of course,
It
I'll
will.
even throw out there. I don't know what you have lined up in the future, but Absinthe is definitely somebody I would consider you speaking to, as well as anybody else. If there's anybody from Tartarus you want to speak to, I'll see what we can arrange in their schedules for you. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you guys, bro. This is awesome, because yeah, I have slowly want to start making videos, especially with my lore, and try to get that going, and trying to integrate more AI into my videos as well. Because I do enjoy doing this. I do enjoy prompt work. Like I said, I have been was it create I do got a bit of a creator's block. I got something right now that I'm going to go ahead and fire up and get out there when we're done with the stream. But I definitely want to start getting more involved with this, and this is crazy just to see all this. this is man, this is wonderful, dude. I'm at a loss for words. This
Well,
is crazy.
cool. Well, I'm glad we could leave a good impression, if nothing else.
Uh, Thank you. No, no, you guys has always been awesome. I've heard nothing but good things about y'all. From X Street and people in X Street, and then people within the Clutch and all that. You and Tartarus has been popping up like crazy. Even one of my chatters, as soon as you said Club Tartarus, he was like, "Wait, what?" It's like, yeah. It's like, yes, that Tartarus. So no, you guys has been doing mad crazy work, and then and like you said earlier, you provided the space for people to come in and just let their creative juices just flow. And I appreciate you for that. Many others within your group and within the community appreciate you for that. And dude, like keep being you, sir. Keep doing what you do, man. And I see nothing but the best for you, man. Like this is awesome.
Yeah,
Like
I
you
mean,
guys are doing it.
yeah. I mean, hopefully we should. I mean, our mission statement has always been to offer that safe haven for people to come in and create and have a space and a community, because we're actually very big on the community aspect.
Hmm.
We not to sound too full of myself, but we definitely have enough support financially where we're starting to do some really really big projects, especially in regards
Nice.
to a proper studio possibly in the future, question mark. I didn't say that, but maybe I did. But
Let's hope and pray that's an option in the future.
yeah. But also more importantly, we, like I said, to kind of go back to the community, we are basically creating a place where we can perpetually push out content, not necessarily because it's slop, but because we have creators
Mhm.
coming in that are like, hey, I made this thing and there's a lot of passion in it, and I can say, do you want us to react to it or to give it some exposure? And usually that's all people want. They just want some
Mhm.
exposure, some I don't want to say validation, because everyone creates for different reasons, but generally,
Yeah.
looking at something and having it looked at and appreciated is generally all everybody wants. And when it's
Mhm.
properly appreciated, it gives the motivation back to the artist to keep creating.
Yeah.
And it creates a
Yeah.
never-ending cycle of just support, which
Hmm.
which is basically I guess I'll say the design philosophy. Hey, Jigs, thanks for stopping by.
Hmm.
Basically the
Yeah.
design philosophy we have with Tartarus in general, which is like for the community by the community, which is
Yes.
to kind of comment on one more thing before I stop rambling completely, is the fact that so I've worked with a lot of like bigger VTubers behind the scenes and stuff, and I won't name them
Hmm.
specifically because I'm still under NDAs, but I'll take somebody I didn't
Yeah.
work with but I'm familiar with, like Shy Lily. Her community is
Nice.
entirely focused around her, and that
Hmm.
means when she's offline or she's asleep or she's whatever, the engagement kind of drops off for it. Not that that's a bad
Yeah.
thing. It's just that everyone's there to see Shy Lily. Well, when it came to Tartarus, I was like, this isn't Mags' server. This isn't my server. This is the community server. I
Yeah.
want it to be the community server. And as such, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the people in my chat can tell you, like, it's going off like near 24/7. There's always somebody in
Mm.
either in a voice chat or posting memes or doing a watch party or playing games together or something. There's always something going on in Tartarus, which is exactly why we present it the way we do, where it's like a party place. Like something's always happening in Tartarus. I don't think we've ever had a dead night, period.
Mm. Yeah, the gears. No matter if the boss is home or not, the gears are still spinning in a sense.
We see that. That's another
Which
thing
is
too. That's another thing too. I don't consider myself a boss, but clearly my staff does,
mm,
which I appreciate, because obviously like I keep things running smoothly. But I call myself the necessary evil only because it's like when it comes to time to bonk somebody, I'm the one that usually has to do it. So I'm like, yeah, if I got to do it, I got to do it.
yeah, which is the unfortunate part.
Hmm.
It always sucks to have to lay down the laws and either be the one who has to bunk somebody or be the one who got bunked. It's
Hmm.
always a rough, tough process to go through, but I mean, at the same time, you do have to do what you gotta. You have to do what you gotta do to make sure there's a proper environment for people to, you know, flow and let their, and let things happen. So
Yeah.
yeah, because I do want, because sooner or later I'm gonna open up my Discord server, and I want it to be almost like yours. And everybody is welcome if you want to do AI, or if you want to be a content creator, or you just somebody that simply wants to hang out and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I want that environment, to be available and open to, to people. But of course, it's always going to be everyone. It happens everywhere. There's going to be a couple of stragglers. There's going to be a couple of insurgents or rowdy roughers or people who just don't get it that comes in, and unfortunately you got to get bumped. And
Yeah, yeah. Which we have already had, like, not to speak too candidly or like too attacky with people. We have had some people come in from larger communities and they think that they're gonna walk in like their shit don't stink, and it's like, bro, you're the same as everybody else here. If you can't curb your
mhm,
attitude, you're gonna get booted. And we we
yeah,
we
that's all
actually,
I said.
yeah, we do have a very strict like one strike and you're out policy, which a lot of people don't
Mhm,
believe until they're getting booted. And
mhm,
yeah, and I'm very I give people plenty of opportunities to course correct, but it's basically like once you
yeah,
cross this line, and I will tell you way in advance, hey, you're crossing a line. You might want to back up. But people don't
yeah,
back up, and when they don't back up, well, they get booted, and they're never coming back. which
mhm,
is which is kind of funny because once I've established that, I don't think we've had any issues seriously since those first initial couple of people we've had to discipline. And after that
yeah. I
happened,
mean,
it's kind of set the standard. Everyone's cool now.
mhm. Yeah, it sucks, but sometimes somebody has to be the person that be had to be made an example of, and
Yep.
people don't believe you until they see you do it, and it's like
Yeah, it just
it's one of the
happens.
things where
Yes,
it's one
because
of the things that, like, please don't make me do my job, or please don't let me crack the hammer, in a
yeah,
sense.
especially for me, you get somebody who's being annoying and fluttering around like a little moth, and sometimes you just gotta put them in the zapper and just be like, okay, you're out of here. Anyways, next.
Mhm.
because contrary to popular belief, like Tartarus is welcome to everybody, but we do have a very strict like engagement system. And what I mean by that is, like, if you're inactive for more than a month, you'll get booted. And that doesn't mean you can't
Yeah.
reapply, but it's just like we only have limited space in here, and I don't want people here who are just going to be ghosts, flies on the wall, so to
Yeah, people
speak.
who just
Hmm.
yeah, people who just wants to be in just to be part of the club. Like,
Yeah.
no, you're not just part of the club. You have to actually be engaging and help us. You're giving into the economy essentially. You're giving in to get back. We don't want people who's just here to, like, either clout chase, or they see a crap load of people making gins, and they just take from the gins and they don't add nothing to it. They just do nothing
Yeah.
but cycle, or they just taking up space, like you said earlier. So no, I get it.
Hmm. Well, you see, Tartarus is a little bit different in regards to that, because I actually do encourage people to come in they just want to support the community, because my thing is, as long as you're active, I don't have a problem with you.
Yeah.
It's when you're just being a fly on the wall and you ain't engaging at all, then I'm kind of like, all right, so what are you really here for, bro?
Hmm. What if that? Okay, so what if instance, if somebody wants to join, but let's say they're tight with another community and they got booted from that community for whatever reason? Do you kind of take that into consideration, for them joining your group, or how does that work?
So, contrary to popular belief, and a lot of people have tried to paint us in this light, Tartarus is completely neutral across the board with everybody. I don't care if you're in Camp
Hmm.
Red or Camp Blue or Camp Pink or Camp whatever. As long as you're here to create, you're welcome here. But as soon as you start making drama, there's the fucking door. I'm not going to put up with that. I don't think any of us are going to put up with that. And
That's
we're
fair.
we're just very honest about that. It's like, I know who you are out there, but in here, you're nobody.
Hmm.
And as long as you can be
Hmm.
okay with that, and not necessarily nobody in the sense where I'm going to disrespect you. No, no. I mean, nobody in the sense
Yeah.
where it's like, you might be an admin over there, but over here, you're just a patron. And I'm glad to have you as a friend. And that's how
Hmm.
it should be.
Yeah, you might be an A-lister out there, but to hear you're somebody who's you respected. You're not just
Yeah.
just some guy or anything. You respected, but you're not gonna come in here and just flex like well, like A-list celebrity coming
Hmm.
into a building with a bunch of regulars. You're not gonna sit here and get royal treatment. No, you're gonna get the same treatment as everybody else. Now we're not gonna treat you like crap,
Yeah,
but we ain't gonna
equal
give
footing,
you
equal footing. That's a good way of putting it, Curtis. Everyone gets equal footing.
equal. Yes,
Hmm.
yes. There we go. Yes. Okay, that's great, man.
Hmm.
It's I'm happy to see places like this because that's have been the thing about the AI sphere, the VTuber sphere. Like everybody wants, because they say there's no such thing as the VTuber community,
Yeah, I've
and
heard
I'm guessing.
that.
And then there's there's no such thing as the AI community. So it makes me happy because that's something that I do want, to have a community, to have a space to where people can come together and do what they do, and there's no whole bunch of drama and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
we all come in, we have fun, and in drum, I mean, there might be some arguments, but it's not like some too drum because you can never have no arguments and
Yeah,
stuff
of course
like
not.
that. But it's not something that was spiral out of control. And next thing you know, we have situations to where people will try to dox or this, that,
Yeah,
and third. It's
that's
like, okay, if you guys can, separate for a little bit and then come back and try to talk it out, or maybe we just keep y'all separated or anything like that. Or I don't know how would you in Tartarus handle this type of situation if so, if it's two people are at odds. But it's like my thing is, y'all ain't gotta like each other, but let's not let's just let's not y'all ain't gotta like each other, but at least respect each other enough to not
yeah.
not do anything if y'all see
Yeah,
you know
that's basically exactly how Tartarus handles things. It's like, hey, you have a problem with this person. Can you be civil? Because they can be civil. If you can't be civil, then you are the problem. If they can be
hmm
civil, but you can't, clearly we know where the issue is. And that's not even saying that we're taking a side. It's just we're keeping the peace.
hmm
Like
yeah,
I
keep the
ain't gonna
peace,
put
yeah.
up with that bullshit. Period. It's like we have had situations in the past where we have to mediate things, but like I said, we don't kick people out like the drop of a hammer. I give people plenty of opportunities to course correct, and
Yeah.
my mod team and my staff in general, they all basically work under me. And what I mean by that is they know what I expect, and whenever I give them a directive, not that I'm like some like tyrant or whatever, but they know what I expect.
hmm
So it's like if somebody was causing problems and they weren't banned, I'm gonna say, well, why weren't they banned? So it's like
hmm
if my staff, anybody, whether they're a director, a curator, or a promoter, if they are addressing anybody as far as like, hey, can you knock that off, please? And
Yeah.
they're not being respected, I take that very much as that person is disrespecting me, and I don't tolerate disrespect.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, okay, yeah, because I was trying to explain
Hmm.
it in a sense, but I had a brain fart. But I completely told basically my team is a representative of you,
Yeah.
and basically you disrespecting them is disrespecting you, and
Yep.
that's yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and then that's completely 100% fair, and that's how until we not we because I'm not part of Club Tolerance, but I'm saying until we can like get this community to where everybody is respectful. Go back to like the early, I want to say 2010 to 2014 ish, where we had groups, everybody respected each other, everybody policed each other because there's a lot of Discord servers that I'm in where the community police themselves, and
Yep.
mods has rarely been called. Like, it's like, hey, don't do that. Hey, hey, this and the third, and the
Hmm.
community police themselves. And then there's rare occasions where a mod has to be called, and hell, even rare occasions where somebody of your position has to be called because it's like, hey, oh, what, oh, shit.
Hmm.
But that's the environment that I want. Everybody come in, everybody has fun, everybody police themselves,
Yep.
and there's no situations. And if there is a situation, all parties can be talked to, and let's handle this, let's address this.
Yep.
And like you said, let's not have this again because next one you out.
Basically, yeah,
you know.
that's exactly how I handle things. And because it's like you said, people are going to have conflicts. People are going to have personality disputes, whatever you want to call it. But we have a good expression in Tartarus, which is like what happens on X stays on X. And I guess kind of like within the meta of the world, so to speak, of like how I would view the
Yeah.
lore is like X and Twitter, whatever you want to call it. So that's like the back alley. Go fight out there. Once you're done with your shit, then you guys can come inside. Don't bring that shit in here. You bring that shit in here, then we have problems.
Yeah, which is fair, because at the end of the day, it's not a business, but it's being ran like a business. At the end of the day, you guys come
Yeah,
in, you're trying to, do productions and stuff like that, and well, I don't know if I can ask that because I don't know if that's going to go
sure. Go
against
ahead.
the NDA, but would one day Tartarus do become a studio to where money can be made, like doing productions or AI work, or you guys have like talents and stuff like that, or is it mainly just a community that comes together and we just kick out content, and Tartarus is the representative of the production, like with the two videos that we played earlier.
Mhm. So we actually, speaking entirely supplementary from Tartarus, there is a VTuber agency called Nocturne, which I'm also the CEO of. We have about
Nice.
a little under 10 talents under our belt in regards to that. That having been said, that existed before Tartarus. It's actually been consolidated into Tartarus proper, which basically doesn't mean anything. All it means is they have a bigger studio
Yeah.
to work in now. So, Nocturne is the world that Club Tartarus exists in. So where Nocturne is the world, Tartarus is like the place where people go and drink and hang out, and however you want to
Nice.
view it. But yeah, Nocturne is still its own entity. It's still its own tax code, so to speak, if I want to get into the honesty of it. But a part of it being associated with Tartarus basically means they can get first dibs, so to speak, in regards to any brand deals or sponsorships and so forth that might be coming the way through Tartarus. So that's kind of a benefit of us being consolidated into it. Although it sounds weird to say consolidated because I was running both entities already, but I digress. um,
Sometimes things merge. It's easier for you to do it like that versus having two separate entities. So
yeah,
that's better on your end. Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah,
so
that's crazy.
to speak back on the media thing, that's basically the end goal. I will say with air quotes for Tartarus, which is basically a community focused place where we can all hang out, have fun, gen what you want to gen, do what you want to do, within respect to everybody. And if
Mhm.
people can get monetized doing it, more power to them. We will support them every step of the way. We will promote them every step of the way. If you release under the Tartarus Media Network, we will react to your stuff. We will promote your stuff. If you choose to release on your own, that's perfectly fine too. We might promote it still if you're a friend of the group. But it's not the same as though you're releasing under us. We want everyone to
Yeah.
feel the freedom to come and release under us and to basically thank you for that, Absinthe. Speaking of brands, if you do use codes MagsNoctis at thedragontreasure.com, you get 10% off your order. Thank you, Absinthe.
Nice. I do that all the time. We use code Spider, bro. Nice, nice. No, if you want to promote you guys, go right ahead. So absent, go ahead, Max. The Dragon's Treasure.
Yeah, so dragontreasure.com is basically they do tea and coffee and so forth, and I've been partnered with them for a while since Leaflet kind of turned me on to them. So yeah,
Oh yes.
it's been great. Hmm.
Oh no, I'm with him as well. It took me forever. That's why I was like, T man, please don't kill me. It took. I should have got with him a long time ago, especially when he first started talking to me. I was like, I'm so sorry.
You're like, I didn't even
and
think
then, and
about
then
it.
he's yeah, and then because I'm still a small timer, and I don't want to be partnered with somebody, and I ain't moving your product. So that's one of the reasons why. What up, Elucidator? That's one of the reasons why it took me forever. With Poggers and all that stuff. It's
Hmm.
like even Poggers reached out to me. It took me a month to get back with them. I was like, I'm so sorry. So, but yeah, great tea. I'm not saying this because he's my sponsor and he's definitely going to kill me. But no, before I became a sponsor, I've had 3 teas with the tea, man. I need to get the Freerin one. I have
Yeah,
the
I've been.
party.
Mhm.
Uh, Cherry Cola, and the Undead Bride. All three of these teas slapped. Oh
Yeah,
my
they're
god,
very good.
especially the Coca Cola one. It tasted real good.
Yeah,
Um,
that I think I ordered that cherry cola one as well.
oh man, it is good. It is good. But yep, and with them you can also use code SpiderBro for 10% off your order with Dragon's Treasure. And with Poggers as well. So if whether you want your energy or you want something to help relax, and very good tea.
Yeah,
You
for
can
sure.
use either one of our codes to support the team man, and you can support me as an independent streamer, and you can support Mags and Tartarus as well. So
Hmm.
whichever way you go, we'll greatly appreciate it.
Hey Eva, I'm glad you could make it.
Nice, nice. But man, thank you. This has been great, dude. I was not expecting this, and this has been an awesome. Like, dude, you don't know how nervous I was for this show. I was like, come on, I hope I can keep the conversation. Oh, we can
No, you're
talk.
good,
I'm
man.
like, oh my god.
You did good, man. You did good.
But
Don't worry.
thank you,
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
I'll just kind of put this out there, I guess, in closing, if we're wrapping up, which is, I don't know, there's a big stigma around me, I guess, in regards to people think I'm hard to approach because they come off as very intimidating or very I don't know, unapproachable. And I'm like, I've never shunned anybody from the community, unlike other people. I've never like deprioritized somebody because they weren't quote unquote on my level. I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah,
I've always tried
yeah.
to give everybody equal time, equal attention. If I don't have time for you, I will tell you directly, like, "Hey, I need to go to work, or I'm headed into a meeting, or I got the sponsorship call I got to take," or I'll just tell you directly, like, "I don't have time right now, but can you give me an hour or something?" I've always tried
Well,
to be honest with that.
uh, well, and to piggyback off that, yes, I reached out to him. I simply just, hey, I want to do a interview with you more on the chill side, and he just said, yeah, let's go. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
and um and yes, he's very easy to talk to. Chad, like this guy is super chill, and I think people just don't like the whole not don't like it's the direct aspects of it. People are not used to somebody who's direct with them and just saying like, hey, this, that, and the third. A lot of people see that as, oh, well, they shun away from me, or they don't like me, so they're making this up, and it's like, well, no, I'm actually busy. Well, I will get back to you. I just can't do it now. And then I mean, then your model is like quite intimidating. Like
So
your model, I love this look of your model, dude. It's like holy shit.
so that it's actually a funny story for that, because my character, like, canonically is a Baphomet, and people are like, "Oh, that's a demon." It's like, no, Baphomet is not a demon. What a Baphomet is a Baphomet is perfect fusion alchemically and as well as occult wise of a divine masculine and a divine feminine creature. So it's basically
Nice.
something that mirrors that perfectly. Now, in regards to the lore for Mags, just very briefly, it was something that was summoned to Earth, and the Inquisitor that tried to banish it, which is the female form, basically got
Mhm.
killed in the process of trying to banish it. So the soul was locked into it. So that's why it's like a
Mm.
female-ish presenting model, but with a male voice. But in real life, what I really like is people like Rev and people like Porcelain Maid and other creators that have female models, but they basically are very much male, like myself.
Yeah. No, it's a cool thing, and I like your character. It's very cool to see your character. It's like I said, this one is badass. I like
Oh,
it. I
thank
like it
you.
when
This
I did the
model,
orb.
go ahead.
No, just saying when I did the orb, I was like, I got to use Max. I got to use and it actually turned out beautiful. It actually turned out great. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this particular model itself, its original design concept was done by somebody in the community named Father Lupus. He had made the first
Oh yeah.
model of it, or first design of it, and I was
Mhm.
like, "Dude, that's awesome! Can I keep that?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course, it's your character." So I just,
Yeah,
refined it,
lore.
iterated it, and kept it going, and Mags became what Mags is now. So I know that there's
Yeah.
some people that have told me that they're sad to see my old like first generation model go, but I'm like, I have to for legal reasons. It's not even like I'm getting sued or anything. It's just kind of like, well, I'm not going to risk it, you know.
Yeah,
That having been
it's better
said,
just
yeah, yeah.
Oh no, let's say it's
Uh,
better just to let it go and start anew. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that having been said, if anybody continues to generate the old like model, like I'm not gonna be upset at it. It just means I can't, use it for any like brand stuff. I'll still be very grateful. I'm always extremely flattered when people do choose to gen anything of me or Eva or us together because we're adorable. But I digress.
Mhm. Yeah, it's great. And even with me, this model actually came from Itami Works.
I love it,
I
Tommy. Yeah,
put
Tommy was cool.
I put my old model, which is my 2D model, into the one of his prompts, and it
Hmm.
kicked out this one. And I think it was Rebel. Yeah, it was actually Rebel Ram
Robot, cool.
who took this model and made a reference sheet of it, and then he put it in his fight scene. So in his fight Thursdays, I think is what he's called them, and I fell in love with it so much that I started using it for everything else. So this model is a combination between Itami and Rebel Ram.
That makes sense. Yeah, I can see it.
Mhm.
I can see the influences, I should say.
And so it's just crazy how things like this work. And uh oh, and part of the new model I forgot too, because I did use some of the colors came from the model I was going to go with, because I was actually going to have a spider suit.
Oh,
But
cool.
I might actually make that one my third iteration, so I can build up enough money to probably do some legalese with Disney and like, look. This is me. No, it has no relation to you. But here's some money. Leave me alone. To keep the lawyers away.
It's actually funny
So,
because one of the talents that works with me, Rosa the Vampire, she actually does have a fan character called the Azure Spider, which is kind of like a Spider-Man-ish inspired character that she made. There was a game called, I think it was Marvel Universe or something. It's like a role playing game, kind of like D&D, but with Marvel. And she had made that character
yeah,
there, and she loved it so much. If I had art of it, I would toss it your way so you could showcase it. But it's pretty interesting.
nice. Nice. Hey, maybe one day I could get her on streaming. Maybe one day I could, if she's cool, get her on streaming, and she could show. And
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
I'm just
No, yeah, yeah.
I'm brain. I can't stop staring at this guy.
Yeah, but
I am so happy. Like, thank you so much.
yeah, but basically anybody that's under, I don't want to say under my banner, but I'll use that just for ease of understanding. Anybody that's associated with me and you want to talk to, I'm happy to put you in connection with them. Or if it's somebody that I'm not in direct connection with, but I'm friends with, I can definitely, point them in your direction. Or anybody just across the board. I'm happy to network with people. That's kind of like my chief goal, and that's what I enjoy doing.
Nice, and thank you for that, man. And
Hmm.
you're doing a hell of a good job, dude. Like, you and Jess, I've seen y'all go crazy with the amount of people that you guys were able to network with, and it's like you're catching it's like collecting Pokemon.
Yeah,
So
when
you
it when it comes to Jess, she was kind of the one that she was like, "Hey," she's like, "Would you take me on as an apprentice?" And I was like, "What do you mean an apprentice?" She's like, "Well, I want to learn how to network from you." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I guess." So she's kind of
Mhm.
become like my protege. So I'm very proud of her.
Nice, nice, and yeah, she's been putting in work. She's able to get a lot of people in X Street. It's been crazy to see how it started off, where it started off, and then just grow to where it's at now. And I'm pretty sure it's the same with Tartarus as well. It started off with just a handful of people, and now you got a great community. And like you said, it became a great community that still operates in the background
Oh yeah,
while you're not there. You're even though you are the anchor to Tartarus, you don't necessarily have to be there for Tartarus to. It still runs like clockwork,
yeah.
essentially, which is that's a great thing to do. That's a great thing to accomplish. So my hats off to both you guys, and you guys are actually out there doing it, and much. I hope to much success to both of you guys. Like, dude, this is crazy. Like, I can't. I love to see this.
Well, good. I'm
I
glad.
love it.
I'm glad we could sit down and talk, but also I'm glad we could give you a little going away present, so this way you could have something. More fitting of
Thank
the
you.
awesome personality you have. So
Thank you so much, dude. Like dude, like you should see my face right now. My smile has not left my face ever since I seen this guy, dude. So thank you so much. Thank you, Tartarus. Thank you, Max. This has been one hell of a yap and chill. Like I can't wait to post this on X. Look, guys. Look.
well,
It,
good. I'm
you
glad you
don't know how
enjoyed it.
you don't know how bad I've been trying to get this guy to be on the screen instead of the other model, and now it's here. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Like I said, I'll just pimp myself out real quick if you don't mind.
Mhm.
So you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, if you guys ever want to keep up with the stuff I'm doing, of course, MagsNoctis on Twitch, MagsNoctis on YouTube. I also have an X, which is probably where I'm the most immediately active. If you need to contact me or get hold of me for any reason, if you're looking for somebody in the community specifically, once again, that's under my banner that you can't find for whatever reason, because I know X is a weird place. Shoot me a message. I'll be happy to pass them along your direction. If you need to get in contact with Eva for whatever reason, she's pretty approachable on X, but they do work a job as well. So if you need to get in contact with Eva for like prompt of the day questions or something, you can direct them to me. I generally pass them along to her and help organize the prompts for them as well. And yeah, Eva says, yeah, hit her up. So yeah, you can always hit them up as well. You know, for anything for the most part. Just keep in mind, be respectful generally that there's always people
Yes.
behind the accounts, meaning we try to be available as much as we can, but we can't always be available as much as we can.
hmm Yep. That's the thing. Just learn patience.
Hmm.
They'll get to you when they get to you. It's not that they hate you or anything. It's like he said, we have lives outside of our personas. Unfortunately,
Yep.
bills don't stop when we want to stop. And then the biggest thing, please
Trust the
don't be a creep
process. Trust
either.
the process.
Yeah. Yeah, and please don't be a creep. Please don't be one of those type of people. The YouTube, the VTuber sphere, the YouTuber sphere, now the AI sphere already gets enough. Gets enough. I can't. I need my coffee. We already get enough bad rep as it is. Okay, damn it. So please don't. Let's not add to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
So yeah, when you reaching out to folks, please be respectful. Everybody has their own lives. Be nice, don't be demanding, be nice, and Max, Eva, me, whoever you want to reach out to, we'll be more than willing to help you guys out.
For sure. For sure. All right. Well,
Mhm.
I guess I will get out of here unless you got anything else you want to ask me.
Oh no, that's pretty much. If somebody do want to be a part of Club Tartarus, what is the process like? What are the steps? How does
Oh,
that
sure, sure.
process work?
So we do have a Discord called discord.gg/Club Tartarus, all one word. It is a vanity
Mhm.
link because we are a quite big server. That having been said, it is not open to the public. It is invite only. And what I mean by that is there is a screening process, and we have some requirements before you just walk in the front door. Chief amongst them is we will give you an interview process before even coming in. We will talk to you. We will make sure that you're an adult. We will also make sure that you understand what goes on here. We're very honest, very transparent about the type of stuff we do here. I don't tolerate any rumors being circulated about anything one way or the other. So all of my staff is pretty much on the same page as far as like, this is why we do it, because I don't tolerate, like I said, drama bullshit going on. But if we think you're on the level, we'll be happy to have you on board. Just keep in mind, as of right now, I'm looking at Tartarus right now, and not to give a number away, but we already have a waiting line going in, and we process so many per day, just to kind of keep things running smoothly. So
Yeah.
if you do put in an application for Tartarus, once again, we will screen you. We will get to you when we can, but it might take a couple of days, it might take a couple of weeks, but you will definitely get a response either from myself or from my staff members.
Yep. So if you come in, chat, if you want to be part, just be patient, and they got a screening process, and you know Sorry, I'm having too many.
You're fine, man. Oh,
I'm having too many brains.
Oh, I will say also, you know, for the screening process, we do require a microphone for voice chat. That's the fastest way to verify age verification. If you are somebody that can't do that for whatever reason, medically or whatever, there's other ways we can verify you. But for the most part, like if you are not willing to do that, keyword willing, not able. If you're not willing to do that, then we will pass on you. Because if you're not willing to put your voice out there, then it's and the thing is, we don't even require you to like voice chat with us inside. It's just the initial entry.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure. Yeah.
No minors or anybody else.
Exactly.
Get inside. Yeah, no, that's completely understandable. Yeah, because oh god, yeah, let's not have one of those type of situations happening again with. Oh Lord, with I don't want to bring up the names because
no, I get you.
Both of them handled it. It's just it was a situation that didn't need to happen, but yeah, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So once again, whatever you want to do in Tartarus, you're welcome to do there. That having been said, everything in Tartarus is a privilege, not a right. So if we think you're getting too weird in one place, we will definitely pull you off it and be like, nope, that's enough of that. You're either going to calm yourself down or we're going to remove you. And like I said, we give people plenty of opportunities to course correct, but it's a fun place. I think everybody, with the exception of those people we had to remove in my community, has told me it's their home away from home. So I'm glad to have them there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a perfect place. That's you got a good spot when people consider it a home from home. So that is awesome, and yeah, guys, give Mags a shot, give him a follow. When he does have time to stream or hang out with you guys, be there for him. Even members of Tartarus as well. Give them a follow, and yeah, let's help grow this community. Let's help do this thing and have fun doing it. And thank you again, Max, for being here. Thank you for jumping on this Yap and Chill section. Again, thank you for the gift. I was not expecting this. Oh man, I'm really gonna drive this new model.
You're welcome. Well, once again, it was Lyrical Absinthe that made that for you on the fly, but he's like, hey, hook him up because he's a cool dude. So
thank you, Lyrical. Thank you, brother. Man, this is insane. This is crazy work. Thank you. I got to follow freaking Moses. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. But all right, guys, that will be it. It's going off.
Yeah, definitely, guys, go give Skyebrows some love. And if you're following me on
Spider.
Go ahead.
Oh no, my audio is going to start going. Oh god.
If you guys are
people are following.
Good. Follows across the board. Follows for everybody. I'm going to actually raid out into Miss Corzone Malice. If you're following me on Twitch, we'll be raiding that direction. She is a friend of mine, as well as a talent from Nocturne. So let's raid into her, guys, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
And same here. I'm gonna go ahead and raid for Twitch. Hey Nala, what's up? How you doing? We're gonna go ahead and raid. Sorry you came in towards the end. Let's see, channel. Oh my god. See, I'm so brain broken right now. I'm clicking on the wrong buttons. Oh wow. Okay, so we're gonna hit for Twitch. We're going to raid. We're gonna go ahead and raid Optit. I cannot pronounce her name. I get so. We're gonna go ahead and raid her because she's raided me before and she's taking great care of me and support. So we're gonna go ahead and return the favor. So for Twitch and then for a kick, we're gonna go ahead and raid. Let's see, who can I raid? I can't raid. So we're gonna go ahead and just raid on Twitch. But Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you guys for being here. Again, thank you, Max, for hosting the show with me. Again, thank you for the gift. And that will be it for this stream chat. This next Saturday won't be a stream because it'll be 4th of July and I'll be spending time with family. But we'll definitely continue things next Sunday and Monday. Thank you guys again for being here. And I will see you all again. Peace.
Later.
Just to be sure.
Funky day.